Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you're all here. I can see you're joining. My name is Tetivik and I warmly welcome you to Royalty Living. We have another beautiful live with an amazing topic today. Right now it's very early morning, so we can hear outside. We have a beautiful mosque, and they have the imam is doing the prayer. So the whole hotel they put the music down for this moment. So it was the best time for me to connect, and I really wanted to wait. Thank you everyone who was patiently waiting, and I'm so happy to see you here and say hi. Join if you have any questions. Let me know. Before I start, let me remind you that you can do one-to-one consultation with me. Hi, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. I love the cute heart matching my dress. Hello, dear. How are you? And yes, and you can book a consultation with me. And right now is a very beautiful offer because of the holidays. You know, I'm celebrating with you. And I posted today a very beautiful inspirational post. I suggest you to have a read. I used to post very often, but then I realized that, because of the lives, because of the videos, I wanted to focus more on actually answering the questions like this. So I will still keep posting, because some people ask why you don't post anymore that much. I said I will always post when it's a holiday. I will always post when there is something important. Don't worry. I am here. You're not alone. I will always support you. So first, I want to say that I want to congratulate everyone who's celebrating Easter if you're watching this. And it was for Muslim, it was Ramadan time. So 1 month was a fasting. It was a very beautiful time actually, because so many people pray, so many people believe. So it was amazing time. And now we have Easter, so a lot of Christians now, we're fasting and we're celebrating, Good Friday, it's Easter Sunday. So I love Easter holiday, I love April, because there's a completely different energy. So I want to bless you, I want to congratulate you, I want to wish you and your family very big miracles in your life, big healing, big happiness. And in my post today, I said that it's time for you to let go of whatever was holding you, whatever is unneeded, whatever doesn't serve you, and actually start a new chapter, new life, refreshing life. You become reborn, because that's why in Easter what Christians celebrate is that Jesus resurrected, so Jesus alive, so that you can start fresh. So I want to congratulate everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being in here. We're going to have an amazing life, and I really wanted to do it today. And I spoke with my man on the phone just before coming to the live, and he said, let's go for dinner. I was like, let me speak with girls, let me congratulate them, let me do this amazing energy, amazing life, and then we will meet. So he's, kind man, so he's waiting, he went to see his family and he's waiting for me. So I think it's a very sweet way that we have a masculine provider there, taking care of us. Even God is our masculine provider. And then we women can be feminine, we can be beautiful. I'm in a beautiful place, in a beautiful hotel. It's a very special hotel. It has all this beautiful energetic. You can see the furniture, you can see the ambience, and I wanted to be here so you can get inspired. I love to inspire you. And I'm wearing this beautiful new dress. You know that I have another dress very similar to this, red, but the neck is a bit different. This one is has a very classy V-neck, has a beautiful line in here, has very beautiful parting in here, and I absolutely love the flower. How do you like the flower? And when you buy, you actually get the flower too. You can choose without, but you can get the flower. And I have another beautiful news. A lot of girls were inspired by my jewelry and asking if I can make the jewelry that is of course not real diamonds that they can afford to buy. And I created this new beautiful collection. I want to show you a bit closer. Of course, the camera doesn't do the justice, but it's incredibly beautiful. You can see very beautiful earrings. So it's a silver, you can see the shine, it's very beautiful, and you also get the bracelet. Let me come closer so you can see the uniqueness of these flowers. Do you see how beautiful that is? Isn't that just gorgeous? And the necklace, how beautiful the earrings. So if you would like to have a set that is not like real diamonds, that is affordable, you can buy this set. And of course it's a launching, so it is all 70% off for the first week, and I'm going to keep it all April. So any dresses that I wear, any beautiful jewelry that you like, and we do them like, we put the crystals, of course, it will be not real diamonds, because then it'll be like 2 million, So I do this for you because you require that, and I love doing these things for you. And as well, people were asking about my shampoo line, about the highlighter line, everything that you need. Please contact us and we will take care of you. Where to purchase? Very easy. On the description box of each live, of each actually video, you have an email. It's my team's email. It's the official email of the Royalty Living. And when you email them, just say, hi, I'm interested in this jewelry, I'm interested in this dress. You can screenshot, you can take a picture of whatever you like and say, I live in here, look, when can you ship it? Because we do international shipment and we have a PayPal link, so you do not need to expose any bank details. And we provide you tracking number as well, because we work with, international companies who do the tracking. Sorry if someone ever walks in here, but this is like a quiet area. There's no one there, so if someone walks, it's usually someone that works here. So we have the music back. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be amazing. I hope you can hear me all right. And we have an amazing topic. And I wanted to be here. I want it when it's quiet, because I could come in the daytime. I was like, no. Please, can you tell me if you can hear me all right with the music, if it's not too loud? I hope it's all right. I can come closer if you want, so you can hear me better. All right, and of course I want to tell you that all my courses right now, they're on a 50% off. So please, whatever calls to you, I have a femininity course, self-love course, healing course, mother and father wound course. I have a big course about dating wealthy men, and I have a luxury lady course. Of course, that is already started a whole movement. Are you in a beautiful Dubai? Plan on living there in months to come? Yes, I'm here. You're more than welcome to come explore. Do not put too much hopes. Just come, see how you like it. And if you would like it, you can stay longer. Let me just slightly move you here. You can see how beautiful this place is. I love showing you around. And it's in general, I was planning to sit there, but it was closer to the door, so I decided to be like a little bit private. And I absolutely love these beautiful, pillows and everything like this. I love this heart. Cute. Yeah, so if you're planning to come here, I would say to you that do not get too attached. Have a come and look. And then I love your heart. It's very beautiful. Thank you so much. Come here, explore, see if you like it, but do not make a judgment, because a lot of people put a lot of expectations on Dubai, but then they come, they can see the reality, they can see a lot of immigrants, they can still see a lot of poverty. So it's a very rich country. There are a lot of wealthy people here, but understand that to live here also requires a lot of money. So just come, explore, see how you like it, and then if you would like it, stay. But do not put a big attachment and do not put a lot of expectation. Now, do you have any questions about me, about anything, about life, anything that you want, please ask. So we are going to start. I always give this 5-10 minutes just to warm up. And I did a very interesting poll. I was asking actually about the next topic, loving today's dress. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? The dress, thank you so much for compliment. It's from my new collection. It's a velvet red dress, goes to the floor, extremely long. So it's a maxi dress. And about my age, I always say that lady doesn't tell her age. In my culture, it's bad luck. Do you recommend for me to date and marry the man there who inspired your goddess journey? If you would like someone in here, when you arrive and you fall in love with someone, of course you can marry and live in here. It's absolutely no problem. I have a friend who came and got married here. Now she lives in Villa. Now she had her second baby. So absolutely, you can come and get married here. But do not put a pressure that I need to go to Dubai to find a husband, because it does not really work like that. Men here also, they have like preferences. If it's an Arab man, he marries usually his cousin. I like the music. Yes, me too. And I wanted to come here because there you could not hear the music, and I'm like, I really would like this because there are no words. It's quite calming. But let me know if you can hear me all right, if it's not too loud, because I can't check, the cute heart. I love the letter in the heart. So yes, I wish you best of luck when you come to Dubai. Also visit Abu Dhabi. It's not far, just 30 minutes, 1 hour drive max. So I would suggest you to explore, have a look, live, and then choose. How do you feel about Christian Louboutin shoes? Classy or trashy? No, they are classy. I have, especially the black with the red on the bottom. I have, and you can see in some of my pictures. With this dress, I have red heels because it's matchy. I have red lipstick, everything. But I like those shoes, and some of them are not comfortable. But I do have the regular pair, the black one with the red on the bottom, and nude one with the bottom of the red. My friend bought a very beautiful baby baby blue with a red on the bottom. It looks really beautiful too. So it's up to you if you feel comfortable. I don't think it's, trashy in this way. No, I think it will be too harsh to say because it's a designer shoe. And designer shoes, they're actually a piece of art. Hello, princess. I love the crown. I love the hearts. Hello, my dear. So happy to see you here. And I want you to feel free, When you say hello, you actually become seen. You know, that's a lot of people say, I watch your lives, but I never comment. I would suggest you to comment for you, that I'm seen, I can talk to her, I can say hello and she will answer. And you know me, I'm very precise. You know, I read everything you write. I did like in 1 week, I did like 7 lives, you know? Are you happily married? I'm engaged. I will be married soon. Need to plan the wedding, you know, it's a wedding of the century. But yes, soon. I would love to get married sooner, and I would like to have my children. I might not be so much present in YouTube when I get married, so enjoy this time while I'm not married. Ask questions, and you know, because I'm going to start like a new project in my life. So while I have time, these couple of nights, I had some free time and I really wanted to do lives. And when I did the first live, I fell in love. So I love lives. I love that you're here. It's so nice to have you. And we have an amazing topic, such a girly, feminine, womanly topic. I cannot wait to tell you everything. You're going to learn so much. So please make yourself comfortable and get ready. Beautiful. Can we know your story, how you both met? I told in the previous live a little bit that I was in a restaurant and I passed by and my man was with his friends. He saw me and then he followed me to my table. And when all my friends left, he came and approached me. And that same night when he approached me, we finished the dinner in the restaurant and then we went to the dinner with each other. So it was really nice. I had 2 dinners in the same evening. It was really nice. So that's how we met. He approached me in a restaurant in a real life. I suggest you to meet someone in real life, not you know, online date. But everyone has their preferences, but I love meeting people in real life. That's how we met. And then since then, he invited me again on the next date, and that's how we went, you know, start seeing each other. Any other questions before I start? And yes, and we are going to do a lot of like tasks today. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to discuss a lot of girly and womanly things. It's going to be amazing. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, the colors look amazing on you. I love the red, so pretty today. Thank you. I wanted it to be special because of the Easter, you know, and I have so much like honor, so much respect. So for me, it was very special. I wanted to be here to support you, to say that you're not alone, you know, just celebrate this with you. So I'm so happy to be here, and in general, I'm so grateful for you all. You might not realize, but I actually read every comment. I actually answer to every comment, and you get notification, you know, in email that Royalty Living liked your comment, has answered your comment, because I cannot ignore whatever you write. I see you, and I personally answer, and whenever you write in here, I see you as well. So let's get ready. Please take your notepad, notebook, something that you can write notes, because we're going to learn a lot of gems today. It's a lot of educational information that we're going to go through. And if you have questions, well, the questions is arising. Don't be afraid. You can right away write it to me. And if you have questions about something else, you can also ask, you know. Some people say, oh, on a live, ask me only about a question about the topic. I don't want to limit you like that. I want you to be, you know, free to ask whatever you want. And so I was telling you, happy Easter. So happy you're with us. I'm happy to be with you. Happy Easter to you too, dear, and to your family. Many, many blessings and miracles. I want to start this era of miracles, you know, because a lot of girls though told me they went through a lot of things. So I want to start now at ease. I want us to be comfortable. I want to start fresh. New start, fresh start, comfortable life, you know, something very new. Yes, me too. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. It means a lot. It means so much to me because it's a human being, you know. It's the best things in the world are actually the connection, the love, appreciation, care, and mutual support and respect. So you cannot buy this with money, you know. That's why this fulfilled me so much. Yesterday after the live, I was walking in the street and I had this huge smile. And my driver said, do you want me to take you home? And I was like, no, you know, just park here. Let me walk for 10 minutes because I was so fulfilled. And I was walking, looking at these buildings, looking at the palm trees. We had like a very special building that goes like in an abstract way. So it's not straight, it actually goes like this. And I was looking and I was thinking, wow, how beautiful everything is. So I enjoy being here with you. Did you teach yourself femininity or grew up around it? When I was young, around 16, 17, I've been always a big reader and I always studied, I always watched very beautiful movies. I found a book in the library in my house of my parents that was called Encyclopedia for Women. And every chapter explained everything about, you know, relationships, about in being with a man or raising children, her beauty, her makeup, her self-care. And I was reading that book and it blew my mind. That's how I came across with Femininity. That book completely changed my life. And of course, encyclopedia means that there are a lot of authors. It means it's not one person, and it's an authorized encyclopedia, you know. And it was a huge book, but it changed my life. And then I realized that femininity is a virtue. femininity is a big value. So that's how I actually came across with the femininity. And since I was 16, I was wearing these flowers. I would always dress up every day. And then around 18, when I finished school, I went to university. And since 18 years when I was wearing dresses and heels until now. And the last 10 years, I don't even have one trousers. I don't have jeans. I do not use, leggings outside. I don't do such thing. The only time you will see me with flat shoes, and it will be designer, it will be in the gym when I'm working out. That's it. But every other time, even if I go to the supermarket, I go to the post office, I go to return an item, I go to buy something, I go for food, always wear high heels. Wow. How did you find the book? The book was inside my house. I had a big house, then I had a big garden with the dogs and everything, and then we had another massive house. So the garden was in the middle of two houses, and the other house was getting built. It was like a couple of floors. So I will always run, back and forth. And one time when I was coming from that big house and I was playing in a garden, I was eating my strawberries because my dad planted different fruits and berries. So my garden was like, my favorite place. So I was coming home and I went to the library where we had a lot of books, and I saw this book. And so I'm very curious being. I just took the book and I started reading, and I could not get enough. And then when I was in university, the first year when I joined university, my bachelor's, I read 100 books in the first year. So imagine I'm 18 and I already read 100 books in 1 year. The library was saying, like, are you selling them? Like, where are you taking these books? I'm like, no, I'm reading them. So they were very, very, and I still read, every day, even now, I read. Every day I listen to videos, I make notes. Every time when I go to the, like a private beach club where I lay down, I don't take sunbaths, I sit in a full dress and I have the umbrella, the umbrellas that cover. I just sit and read, and I journal, I learn and study every single day. You do not imagine how much effort I put in my education. And I have 4 degrees, so that also talks very loudly about what is my passion is knowledge. It's wisdom. That's what I love the most. Femininity is the biggest virtue of my life, and my biggest passion is wisdom, knowledge. King Solomon, I think I come from his side. I think he gave me birth. I think one of his wives is my mother's mother. I think I come from him because he was the wisest man in life, in the world. And the wisdom comes from God. You need to ask him. And God has blessed me with beauty, with wisdom, with everything. So it's amazing to be this kind of being. And I think sometimes I underestimate, who I really am. Sometimes I look, I'm like, who is this magical being? I get to live with her. I get to dress her like a doll. I get to take care of her. I get to be like in her presence. I'm like, and one time I came home and I said, like I was talking to myself and I said, I missed you. I miss spending time with you. And I was like, I'm here. It was such a cute moment. That's when I realized that we are actually two. There is us, and then there is the spiritual us. It's so magical. Have you noticed that sometimes about you? It's very interesting. And yes, so I did a poll. I didn't finish telling you about the story. So I did a poll asking, what topic would you like in the future? And I was mesmerized that 60%, and the answers are growing. People were saying that they would like me to talk about God and about religion because, I studied theology. That's my first degree, bachelor's in theology. And I decided to just mention few things before we start. I like to keep it, short, but I really want to mention this. I want you to know that if you are searching for God, if you're asking if there is God, I will tell you 150 million% there is. And you do not need to doubt. You do not need to think that you're alone. So there definitely is God. God is very magical because everything is created in a very logical way. And when I was in university, we had actually a lecturer who came and he was trying to explain to us that God actually exists scientifically. And he did. He proved by manuscripts, by books, by everything. But you know what he said in the end? He said, never in your life try to convince anyone that God exists, because it's a spiritual truth. And that one, the person needs to find himself. So I can sit in here with my knowledge, with my degrees, prove you scientifically that God exists, but actually it's only your heart. So in your heart, you can feel, yes, does he exist really? And all you need to say that, God, reveal yourself to me. I would like to find you. I would like to get to know you. I would like you to bless me. I would like you to protect me. And the second thing about God, what I want to mention is that he's the ultimate provider. If you want healing, if you want money, if you want love, whatever you want, he's the ultimate cook. He's the chef. He's the master chef. You go to his kitchen and you say, can I just, from your menu, can I please order prosperity? Can I please order wealth? And he will do that. Thank you so much for this super chat and this beautiful flower that you sent. I appreciate you. You are so generous. Oh, thank you. Let's celebrate then. Yes, and I appreciate you all being in here. And thank you for this beautiful gesture. That rose is so beautiful. I want to look at it again. It's so cute. Thank you. You made my day. You made me smile. Let's celebrate their first super chat on the live stream. They show you that it's your first super chat. Thank you so much. And so yes, this is the second thing that I want to mention, that whenever you need something, I would suggest you to, open the menu and talk to God. Do not ask help from people. Of course, I mean, if you need help, you're on the road, ask, but ask the help from the God. You deserve it. Thank you for your authenticity and sweetness. Thank you. Always pray for knowledge and wisdom. Thank you so much for compliment, first of all, and I love that you have such a big heart. And praying, answering to another girl, praying for knowledge, that's what God says, that he says, ask wisdom from me. Because he's the author of everything, Do not ask knowledge from the magazines or from the girlfriends. Go to him. And actually, book of Proverbs, that is one of the most powerful books in the Bible, tells that wealth comes from God. He makes you truly wealthy. So if you want to get more money, some girls ask, how can I come from a normal lifestyle to a luxurious lifestyle? I say, ask the king of luxury, because he created everything. He created the plants, Have you seen the wild forest? Have you seen the whales? Have you seen the oceans? Have you seen how luxurious everything is, even little flower? So he is the author of luxury. Say, God, I want luxury. You have it. So give me, because you're my father. And the last thing what I want to mention about God, one very powerful thing for you to understand is God is not a human. And very often we compare God to our parents, And we think, oh, he punishes, he loves, and he forgives. God is not a human being. It's a spirit. So let me know how you can hear me. Is music too loud? Let me know, please. And yeah, it's like an Indian style in here. Like you can see from the pillows, everything. Like even if I show you, I really like these. Let me just show you quickly. I really like this. How beautiful is that, isn't it? I love, let me see what you're saying. Shall I sit a little bit there? You would like? Let me turn a little bit so you can see. It's a very beautiful, I love this kind of decors. So I absolutely love to show you. Let me come here for a little bit. Is it better here? 1 second. Let me get the pillow. I love sitting on the pillows. I'm this kind of person. I absolutely love comfort. Would you like me to be here? Is the lighting better in here? Tell me. You look beautiful as always. Thank you. You are very sweet. When a girl sees beauty in another girl, that means she has beauty, because you cannot see something you don't have. I love how when you put your mind to something, you do it without hesitation, procrastination, like beauty, knowledge, travel, and you grew up like that. It's super. It's a super talent. Oh yes, thank you. Yes, and I'm very diligent, I don't delay. I do everything immediately. Even today's live, I promised I'm going to be here, even there was a delay. Thank you so much for patience. Sometimes you can see I move the time, but if I said that I'm going to do live today, you're going to see me. Even if I'm 1 hour late, I'm going to come. And it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning here. So yes, and the third thing what I want to say about God, that he's a spirit. He's not a human being. He does not negotiate. God cannot be mocked. He cannot keep promise and say and then not keep the promise. He's a very serious being, and do not look at him as a human being. Look at him like something more powerful. And for us, 1 year is like 1 day for God. That's his speed. That's why for you to ask something, it's easy for him. Can we know your lip color brand and shade? It's so gorgeous. The shade I don't remember, but this is Chanel. The red. As they have like 3 shades of light red. This is one of them. I have all of them. It's Chanel. What is your diet like? Diet as what do you eat? Not as a weight loss plan. What do I eat? I don't eat too much meat. Maybe only when we go out in a restaurant, then I eat like a luxury meat. But in general, I don't eat meat. I'm more, vegetarian. Wow, you woke up early and put yourself together like this every day? I do. Do you have advice to be more diligent? Diligence is a decision that comes from the discipline. If you want to be diligent, you have to become a disciplined person. That means waking up and making your bed. It will be discipline for you. And when you do discipline, diligence is like a sister to the discipline. They always come in a package. You cannot have discipline and not be diligent. It comes, and also consistency. Those 3 are together. Diligency, the discipline and consistency. Those three are connected. If you lack one of them, then say, okay, am I not talking to other siblings? There's a family. So I myself, the discipline and diligence, that how I get it, that I keep the promise to myself. If I promise that I'm going to do something, I will do it. It did not matter if there is stumbling something, it's hard, the stomach hurts, something, you're late. If I promise something that needs to be done, if I want to learn to be diligent, I keep my promise to myself. That's my number one. And going back to the lips, I will tell you that I also use a lip liner, also is Chanel. So I put the lip liner first, and then I put a lipstick, because a lip liner helps your lipstick to not travel. So when I, for example, talk, if I'm going to be here 1 hour or 2 hours, it helps to lock the lipstick. High heel boots, do you consider feminine? High heel boots, yes. If the heel is feminine, not too bulky, absolutely. Boots, of course, in the winter, there are some countries, not everyone lives in the Middle East, and not everyone can live in the summer. So that's definitely, I consider them feminine. And I think always look at the heel. As thicker is the heel, as more masculine it looks. So it reminds more like a man's shoe. As thinner is the heel, you can have covered, the boot is completely covered, the whole feet. But if the heel is thin, you will have a feminine heel. And we're going to talk about style. We're going to talk about heels. So everything is going to come to you. And about makeup, we're going to talk as well. So about God, you have any questions? Do you want to ask me something? Because I have a degree in theology. You can always ask me if something comes to your mind. And I just want to bless you. I really want to bless you to be with God. Beautiful perspective that you see it as promise to yourself. Yes. What do you think of veggies? I don't personally like them because they're too bulky. But regarding, thank you so much for compliment. I do keep the promise for myself because I owe it to myself. I imagine that I'm adult to Tevik, and then I have a daughter who is my daughter, who is not very adult, is not very old, so she's still small. I'm fully responsible for her. So I have Tatevik, who is the mother, very beautiful, luxurious mother. This is like always wearing heels, dresses, like she's very she has her boundaries. And I have Tatevik, who is my daughter, who I need to teach, who I need to dress, who I need to take care of, who I need to protect if there is some man that she doesn't like. And I always protect her, so I keep the promise. It's between me and my daughter. And I always say, some people say, I studied psychology, and some people ask me, I don't understand the concept of inner child. I said, forget about inner child. Imagine a real child, that this is Tatevik the mother, and this is Tatevik the daughter. It's the best way I can explain. Do you believe there is one true religion, or do you think the specific religion doesn't matter? I believe that there is one God. One God. And that's why I love Muslim culture, because it also believes in one God, and Christianity because it also believes in one God. Thank you so much for super chat, and I love that diamond. I'm sending you luxury back. I love the perspective of inner child. Yes, because a lot of people, you have to understand, psychology is a science. And if you just read a book about shadow work, psychology, all these wounded femininity, it does not make a sense of a normal human being, because normal human being doesn't go to have a degree. So I studied psychology as well. My master's is in educational science. That means that I studied how to teach. And there we learned that the best way, when you're super, super smart, you need to know how to explain the most simplest things, the most hardest things in the simplest way. And that's why I tell you, forget about inner child, all these things. Imagine you have an adult and you have a baby. It's your baby. You have only one baby to look after, and that baby depends on you. So keeping promise to yourself creates legitimacy. And it's absolutely beautiful form of indiscipline. I would suggest you to have one homework, to put on YouTube audiobook, so you can wash your dishes, you can cook, you can work out, and listen to the books about discipline. A lot of women say, I don't want to listen about discipline, I'm a woman, I want to listen about femininity. But femininity at its core, it's pure form of discipline. Making your hair, taking care of your eyebrows. My eyebrows are always done, the nails are always done. Press any video, 3 years, I'm on a YouTube more. My pictures everywhere, videos, nails always done. What do you think that is? It's a pure form of discipline. Femininity cannot strive without discipline. It is not possible. Femininity will die without discipline. So just, practice. Yes, I have issue to keep the promise to myself. It's a good way to see it as I'm taking care of myself as a baby. Yes, because you are your baby. And you know what? I always say, people do not grow up. We just become big babies. And that's why we all want love. And today I was speaking with my man, and he was saying, I'm hungry. And I said, what food you want? What are you craving? He said, no, I'm hungry for love. And I thought, it's adult man, you know, has his own business, sitting in his luxury car, and he's saying, I'm hungry of love. I thought, so cute. He was trying to say that I miss you because he wanted to see me, you know. And I said, just wait a few hours and then you can come pick me up. So we never grew up. We are big babies. That's why when you want to get something from anyone, look at them like a child. That's why whenever I went to interviews, whenever I wanted to get something, I always looked at people like they're children. I never looked like I need to be scared of someone. One time I went to one hotel and it was booked for me, and the security was so uneducated, so abrupt. He said, no, it's not booked, like this, and I felt really upset, and I thought, I'm not going to even prove my point because I'm talking with an upset child, and I left. I didn't even prove my point. I get my eyebrows threaded monthly, but 1 second, doesn't disappear, 1 moment. Yes, when I'm talking about the babies, the security, what I wanted to tell you that I do not argue. If I see someone is, you know, they're children who are upset with life, who want to argue, like, and I see them as children, adults. So when I saw the security doesn't understand what I want, I'm like, okay, but this place is booked for me. I didn't say anything. I said, okay, no problem. I just walked out. I do not argue with people, and especially with men. And I started new era, and I would suggest you to start this, and we're going to talk about it, that ultimate beauty does not fight, doesn't argue. If I tell you that it's booked for me, I tell you my name, and you said that it's not, there is no booking, what am I going to do, argue with you? No, goodbye. I stand up and I go to another place. So the same is with restaurants. You know, if I book, they don't give me the table I want. I do not argue. I just walk and I go. I stopped arguing, you know, because it drained me. I noticed in the past when I would argue, when I prove my point, when I try to explain who I am, it will drain my point. Because in the end of the day, you have to understand, in the restaurants, people who work there, they do not have master's degree, they do not have language skills, they do not have education. You're talking with a low-class person. So now a princess needs to stand there and argue with a security who doesn't even speak English. I just stood up and said, no problem, and I left. Because my energy, my beauty is so much more important. So try to understand that you have a baby inside, that you need to keep promises, you need to take care of yourself, and look at people as their children. Do not fight with them, just leave it, leave it. Let's start era of classy womanhood, where we do not fight anymore with the world. Let me see what you are saying. Sorry that I'm looking in a different way, because the comments are actually on this side. So I just want to make sure that I see and I can read everything. Let me go through everything, what I missed. Yes, I get my eyebrows threaded monthly, but unsure of how to maintain them in between without messing them or thinning them. What do you suggest? First of all, do not have any fear. When I was, I think, 16 or 17, something like this, I went for the first time for them to make my eyebrows. The sensation was horrible. I touched and I was like, oh, I have no hair, and I was so afraid to touch because, you know, they clean this part, and I touched and I thought, oh, this is like what is this? You know, I was so scared. And then I came home and I said, I will never go to person to hurt me like this, because, you know, she plucked so hard. It was my first time. And that's how I made a promise that I'm going to learn how to do my eyebrows. I'm doing my eyebrows since I was 15 years old. And you can ask me anything, but in a salon, I never trust my eyebrows to anyone. Never. I have my own vision. So I studied art, and I see my eyebrows as an art. I do not want to make them too bulky. I do not want to make them very thin. I want it to start big and go smaller, because that shows femininity. When it's only thin, that makes me older. If it's only thick, that makes me more manly. So people say, no, you need to have them all the same. I said, I disagree. I see them like this. And, you know, everyone compliments me. I was once in a restaurant. We were like 8 people together. It was an event that I organized, and one man came and he said, can I just take picture of your eyebrows on your hands? He said, they look like piece of art. I said, no, thank you, but thank you for a compliment. So eyebrows, how to maintain between. First of all, I would suggest you, if you're afraid to use the tweezer or hurt your eyebrows, there is this machine. It's actually used for the hair in the nose and in the ears. It's very beautiful. You can buy for a woman. It's like a baby pink. And I would suggest you to gently, it has also a little light, gently just put here. Don't go to extreme, just clear this area under the eye. Clear this area, because a lot of women forget about this area. You still have hair there, so do like this. So clear this area first, and of course the middle between the eyebrows. So you go under here, then you go around here. Don't worry to take if you have hair in here as well, you are allowed. And here, a lot of women say, no, I'm not going to touch the above, but actually you should, because in here you also have them grown. So I would suggest you to clear all the way, like this, like this, like this. With that, it's like, it looks like a little shaver, you know, like a trimmer. It does bzzz like this, and it doesn't cut, it doesn't do anything. You do not need to apply anything before using it. And you can use as well for the, if you have any hair in the nose, if you have in the ears, if you have some hair in here. So I would suggest you to use the trimmer in between so it doesn't get messed up. And do not be afraid to buy, how you call that? You know, the tweezers, and put a magnifying mirror and see if you have anything very close to the eyebrow, and then remove it. Do not be afraid to experiment. Okay, 1 month you will mess them up. In 2 weeks, maximum couple of days, it will grow. Do not be afraid. But you see, your fear is keeping you actually to have, you know, perfected eyebrows. It's keeping you from, actually is creating more problems in your life, because you are waiting until they're being done again. So I have two solutions. First of all, either learn and experiment and do it yourself, or second of all, why do you wait so long? The moment you have ingrown hair, you don't feel comfortable, you go do your eyebrows. I cannot imagine waiting for 1 month. Do you know how many times per month I need to do my eyebrows? I have black eyebrows. How can I wait? If I have a black hair in here, can I wait? No, I need to take it off. I go to the beautiful places, I meet my man, I go to take pictures, I do my videos. Try to understand femininity, what did I tell you? Is discipline. So every time when I'm doing my makeup and I see one hair, I stop my makeup, I take that hair off. That's how you need to do. And I would suggest you to watch tutorials. YouTube is full of tutorials. And go to that lady who is doing threading and ask, can you show me how to do with the tweezers? I cannot thread myself. Say to her, say, can you show me how to do with tweezers? Which part I need to take? She will be more than happy to give you a master class. If you ask someone, can you teach me something? They become like a fan of you. Do not be afraid to ask the questions. Let them help you, let them teach you. But this is a great question. And we ladies, we need to take care of our eyebrows. It needs to be our priority, number one. Let's see. I love these questions. You know, we want to talk about femininity. You already asked me all the questions I want to cover. My dream is to become more disciplined. I know it will change my life. I wake up early easily if it's for a job, but not for myself. Yes, that's true. A very nice comment, I agree. So cute, he has the heart of a kid for you. My man? Yes, he does. Yes, I created discipline by waking up early, working out and getting dressed up every day, no matter how I feel. That's amazing. Very great trait. It did so many great things for my life. Yes, because you bless yourself every day. You give yourself the best. Yes, I love this. I love this cute purple heart. Thank you. I want to address what you wrote, so I don't want to skip it. First of all, regarding the discipline, when you said that you get ready for the job, but you don't get ready for yourself, that's a form of punishment. That's how we sabotage things as women. Because, you know, the job is masculine energy. You mean for yourself, you're telling that I have enough time for masculinity, for work, but I don't have enough time for my femininity. So if you want to become disciplined for yourself more, try to push feminine energy first. Then you will have time to get ready for yourself more. And the girl who was saying that she gets up in the morning, she does everything, and it has changed so many things in her life, because you have to understand, life is rewarding you. So whatever I invest is going to be rewarded. You know, for example, YouTube, many times I say, that doesn't give you any income, maybe $100 in a year. But the pleasure that I get, a satisfaction I get, you know, the testimonies I get, so many people that I help, so many changes, life-changing situations that happens with people. I will never change that. I'm more than blessed, you know. So the moment you invest time, the moment you put effort, you're going to be blessed in magical ways. You do not even think how it's going to come to you. Can you do a video about the importance of walking early and getting ready for femininity? Yes, I should. That's a great advice. Thank you. Thank you. I will learn to maintain them on my own. The eyebrows? Yes, try. You will never regret. The best thing I've ever learned is to do my eyebrows, to do my own nails. I can cut my own hair. I can do my own facials. I can do my own makeup. So I'm an independent woman in a sense that I do not depend on the salon being open. Of course, I say do not be like strong independent. Yes, I'm not using it that sense that you don't need people. But as a woman, in old times, women knew how to do everything. They knew how to sew. They knew how to create this painting. They They knew how to create this pillow. They knew how to make dresses. In older times, women were extremely, extremely talented. Nowadays, women are dumb, excuse me for bluntness, but they have no idea. They don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't know how to organize the house, they don't know even how to put the button on the shirt of their man. They do not know anything. So because women are too lazy nowadays, they're just looking at TikToks, watching short videos. You have to start one hobby. Remember, I always give you homework. I would like you to sit down and say, what skill can I learn as a woman that will benefit my femininity? Maybe it's learning to do your eyebrows. Maybe it's learning how to do your nails. Maybe it's learning how to cut the ends of your hair so every month you can trim. It's very easy, you know. I can tell you, I don't have scissors right now to show, but all you do is you straighten your hair. Try to not wash them, so they need to be, try to not cut dirty hair. Wash them so they're clean, because when they're dirty, the length actually is different. So wash your hair, dry your hair, straighten your hair. Then you simply take your hair, you cut, make the hair in the middle, and all you do is you take the hair, for example, this part, you bring it up so you can see and you can control the movement, and with the scissors, you go like this. That's all you do. You do not cut like this because it will be very difficult for the hair. You see, okay, this is higher than this and then this. That's all you do. You trim your hair. There is no problem. And when you have layers, you cut like this. So imagine this is the scissors. You cut like this. You do not cut like that. That's not how layers, yeah? So you keep it like this and then you go like this and you like this. So it's super easy. There was like a 1 year in my life I didn't go to hairdresser because I was just cutting them myself. I bought the professional scissors and I was cutting myself. And I was doing my makeup, I was doing my eyebrows, I was doing my nails. You know, when everything was closed, do you remember this? We had this situation in the world. And I look beautiful as never, because you can see my videos from that year. I still look beautiful. Beautiful women learn how to beautify themselves. And you have to understand, I will mention now, I don't want to delay, but beautiful women do not rely on other women or men to make them beautiful, because they know that there is a lot of hate, there is a lot of jealousy. So be careful. Gatekeep your beauty. Any other questions? I wanted to talk about beauty, but we already started. These are all questions about beauty. Anything else about beauty? Let me know if something comes to your mind. So let's continue. Now, we already start talking about beauty and makeup. So I want to tell you, let's start like official training, all right? I always want to do the official things, but anything comes to your mind, let me know. I want you to understand that today we're going to have 2 big chapters, and each of them is going to have like a sub chapters. So get yourself comfortable. If you need a break, go grab some water. Would you like me to change the ambience? My man is texting me, do not distract me, honey, a bit later. He's so cute. 1 second, let me just move you here. Let's see. Someone is telling that when we had that situation, I'm not going to tell the word, helped force me to learn how to do nails and hair myself. You are right, it's great skills to have. Women in the past had this skill, and I agree with you. It's amazing skill to have. It's so helpful. Do you like this corner? Which corner do you like? Tell me which one you prefer, and I will go there. I like changing around. And later, if you would like, I can walk you a little bit as well. But topic first, okay? Thank you for the discipline advice and the homework. I love homeworks. You're welcome. Do you believe in signs? Can I know your sign? I like the angle. This angle? Okay, I'll stay here. It's very classy, you know? I love the lamp. I love these little chairs. It's like for makeup, you know? And where's my cute pillow? 1 second. Commercial break. Here you go. And I'm sitting on another one. I love sitting on the pillows when I'm on a sofa. I will suggest you to try. This is one of the femininity hacks I have. I'm so happy your videos, they are helping me a lot. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm so happy that I can help you. You don't know how much pleasure I get, you know, knowing that there are girls, you know, who don't have good relationship with their moms, don't have good relationship with their sisters, and I can be a help for them. So let's do it this way. We will do 1 chapter there and then we will move there, yes? So you have both angles. Me too, yes, me too. I like this angle. All right, so let's, if you need a moment, grab your water, grab something to eat. Never watch my videos on a hungry stomach. So always feed yourself, you know, your baby needs to be fed. So if you're ready, let's start. Today we're going to talk about womanhood journey. That means there is a certain journey that woman goes through that men will never understand and they don't need to understand. And this journey is actually guarantee how she becomes a woman. Because when we're little girls, we're not women yet. We become women by the terms of how much femininity we have. So as more feminine you become, as more womanly you become, as more a woman you become, and as more luxurious you become. So femininity is a skill, it's a virtue, but also it's a lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about womanhood journey, how to become this woman, this your own dream woman, that when you look at yourself in a mirror, you're happy. When you see yourself, you're happy. When you feel yourself, when you're taking a shower, you're happy with your body, you're happy with your hair, you're happy with the man you date. So how to become this woman? And this journey, it's lifetime journey, but when you're doing and going through this journey, you're going to see visible things, you're going to see fruits, you're going to get the gifts, you're going to get the attention you need, you're going to get the blessings. So do not think that because I call it journey, it means you have 1 year to go. No, you already right now, how long? 30, 40 minutes we were already in the call, you already are more feminine than before this call. Can you imagine that femininity has this beautiful ambiance that it grows by just knowledge? Femininity is discipline, it's a lifestyle, it's a knowledge, and it's a virtue. It's a virtue. You understand? Femininity is not a joke, it's not a cute word, it's a virtue. Like dignity is a virtue, your purity is a virtue. So I have high regards for femininity. Femininity is the most important thing in my life. And when I walk like this, people look at me and think, why you dress up like this? And I look at them, I'm like, why are you not dressed up? I saw one post today that a woman was taking a picture of her child that they're celebrating Easter. She had this huge hat, dirty hair in a bun. She had 2 oversized jumpers on top of each other. You can see the layers of the colors. Her one shoulder was open and you could see her undergarment. And she had saggy pink pants that one pant was rolled up and one was long. And she had flip-flops from the house. When I saw that picture, I wanted to throw up. And this is a woman, and this is how woman is dressed, and the child was dressed equally. So I do not understand this style of homelessness in women. Woman is the most expensive being in the world. Let me repeat this to you, that femininity is the most expensive energy in the world. So stop doing this to yourself. Stop dressing like homeless people, that you do not have a home to live in, that you do not have a mirror to look at. This is disgrace, and the way I dress, it's not only for videos. After this, I'm going to meet my man. This is my life. You are like the wise friend I never had. Thank you. Well, now you have me. Maybe you wanted that, and God bless you with this. So, womanhood journey. So we will have 2 chapters. Remember I mentioned in the first chapter I'm going to discuss beauty. We already discussed. We had a lot of questions, but I'm going to discuss more. Can we see the dress? Yes. 1 second. How pretty! Can you see it? Red shoes. All right, you can see it? I love this dress. It's a magical dress. And I absolutely love, while I'm walking, I will show you. A little commercial break, okay, before we start the serious stuff. I absolutely love this corner with the bamboos. And look at the ceiling. Isn't that beautiful? Very beautiful, no? So, all right, let's walk back. We have very beautiful corners in here. I love the face with the hearts in the eyes. I love this corner. I love lamps, so I like places like this, If you want, I can just show you around. Do you want me to show you around a little bit? All right, this is how it looks. This is the event space. So in the front, we have the reception. So I always sit away from reception because of people, but this is like an event space, like from here. So you need to have a booking to enter here. These beautiful trees. I actually have this plant at home. So it's, I love these exotic things. Beautiful. I love, how long is it? The beautiful, the dress, maxi dress, until your ankles. This is the corner where I am. I love this. I love this beautiful, oh, maybe you can see here actually. Let me see if there's a mirror you can see me. The dress. So pretty, yes. You see how long is the dress? Yes, I love this place. It's very quiet. There is a restaurant there. It's closed now, but there is a restaurant there. But this is my favorite corner. That's why I sit here. Absolutely love this corner. And I will show you the flowers. This is like the second entrance. As you can see, it's closed for the people. Beautiful, so pretty, yes. Look how, can we just appreciate the beauty of this corner? The paintings, the like a structure, the pillows, the ambiance. Just get inspired, you know? But my favorite thing in the world are lamps. So I love corners like this. How cozy is this? So all you need to do in your house, just put a lamp, put beautiful pillows, put paintings, and you're done. And of course, plants, you know, plants is something you have to have. And I will show you the reception. It's a very magic place. Of course, they have a luxury store in here with the diamonds. You can see how beautiful that is. So I just want to show you. I love the luxury, yes, and I want to share it with you. This is, oh my God. Oh my God. It will be so beautiful right now if I wear this, no? Are they open? I will interrupt the live and go get it, you know, it's so beautiful. But yes, they have beautiful structure, sculptures here as well. I really want to show you how gorgeous this is. And I will show you the reception. This is where you get registered. I will respect his privacy. I absolutely love the orchids. They're always real, they always change. And I love this place. Let me just show you like this. Wow, beautiful. It fits with your dress. Yes, the jewelry, very beautiful. And look at this beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? So here you go, flowers for you. So I came like from upstairs, the lift, and it took me down. It's very nice. The main entrance is like here on the side. Sorry, I don't want to show the people, but here you go. Look at the beauty. Very beautiful, isn't it? Wow, someone says yes, I love it. So here we go. Isn't that gorgeous view? Shall we walk back for our training? All right, so get ready. I will go back to my place. And yes, the good news, one more thing that I really like about here is that they have a piano. And you know, I can play piano, so sometimes I want to like sit down and play. They will allow, actually. They're very nice to me. So we will go back to the place. I want to not walk too much on my lives because I really want to focus on the knowledge. But I wanted to show you so you see. It's beautiful. So we're going back to our place. The music is nice, isn't it? And you can get inspired, you know? There is so much more to the hotel, but this is, I love this place. I love plants. You will always see a lot of plants in my house. A lot. So let's get comfortable. And I was so blessed and lucky, you know? There is a special stand for the phone. So I love that I don't need to hold it, you know, it's all taken care of. All right, are you ready? Are you happy? So get yourself ready, get yourself comfortable, and we are going to start. So first big chapter, we're going to talk about beauty. Then we're going to talk about makeup. And we are going to talk about diet and weight loss. That's all going to be one huge chapter. In the second chapter, when we talk about appearance, we're going to talk about the style, and I put separately heels. And of course, we will discuss undergarments, we will discuss in general your wardrobe, but these are the two big chapters we're going to have. And I love to take time to answer the questions. I love to take time to talk about other things, but right now we will focus exactly on a topic. So get yourself ready, excited, and make yourself, anything comfortable. If you want to lay down, you can also do that. So let's talk about beauty. First of all, thank you for a lot of questions about beauty. We covered a lot about beauty in general, but I want you to know, and I mentioned this before, that beauty is discipline. Femininity is discipline. Do not think that one day you will wake up and you're going to be beautiful. I did not wake up like this. I still needed to brush my hair. I'm naturally beautiful, don't get me wrong. Naturally, this is my body, but I needed to get myself to this state. That means that I needed to brush my hair. I needed to, if I want, I need to straighten my hair. If I need to curl my hair. It means I need to wash my face. It means I need to put my makeup. I need to make sure I go to the salon or do my nails myself. Femininity and beauty equals discipline. Can someone write that in the notes? Femininity equals discipline. Beauty equals discipline. Now, why this is very important? Because a lot of women nowadays, they want to take a shortcut. Do you know why plastic surgery is blossoming now? Have you ever thought why we like plastic surgery so much? And I will tell you the secret. Scientists made a research and they proved that people nowadays are lazier than they used to be 50 years ago. Just 50, not 100 or 50, 50. So 50 years ago, women would put so much effort to do their hairstyle. Have you noticed? They had huge, luminous hair. Femininity and beauty equals discipline. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I love when you write this, and the person who takes actually this initiative and writes, that you always get blessed. Because the moment you type something, you invite that in your life. So whenever I write this sentence, I want you to jump and write quickly so the blessing can come to you. I say it for a reason, I know everything. This is knowledge is in my veins. So well done writing it. I love it. And also write for yourself. So 50 years ago, women will put a lot of effort in their hairstyle. And it was not just to wash it, it was proper styling. And you know what it shows? In the movies, in the magazines, if you go and research how women were dressed, how they were taking care of their beauty, actually they were going to the salon to do the curls, to put the rolls, to blow dry the hair. It was a special ritual for a woman to have her hair done, to have her nails done. And there's a movie, a lot of movies where it's just about women. I forgot the name, but Dolly Parton is playing there. Julia Roberts is playing. It's something about women. I forgot the name, but maybe you know. And the movie starts basically in a salon where she's making hair to women. They're talking in a salon. They're preparing for the wedding in a salon. That was normal to do your hair. That was normal to be in a salon. That was normal to invest time. Women never even thought about it because women did not work. They were more housewives. They were more homemakers. They were more mothers. And duty of a woman was number one, her beauty. That's how she would get a man, and that's how she would keep a man. Because for a man to be attracted to you, to pay your bills, to take care of you, what do you need? He needs to have a physical attraction. So women, if you look at the black and white pictures in the past, if you look carefully how women looked, they were quite skinny. When you look at women, even actresses, they were quite skinny. We never had so much obesity that nowadays. Women right now look like not men. They look like aliens, scary, obese aliens. And it's a very harsh thing to say when scientists say, you think why you say like this, but they're right. And scientists usually are men. So in older times, only 50 years ago, we did not have this sort of laziness that we have now. We didn't have so much amount of laziness, of ungroomed womanhood like it's now. That's why womanhood journey, we need to go back to home. We need to go back to our origins and start being women again. And when I go somewhere, men look at me, they compliment me, and I say, thank you for compliment. And they all tell me one sentence that men collectively tell me, completely not knowing each other. They say, you need to teach women to be feminine. And I always smile. I said, I do. I do. I'm doing my part, in the world then. So one thing I want you to learn about beauty and femininity, that is a pure form of discipline. And of course, I mentioned that it's a virtue. Virtue means something expensive, something that you long for, something that you want to have, something that is valuable. So do not give your femininity, do not put it under the rug, do not let anyone to take it. Do not think that beauty is the last. I will need to go to the shop. I will tell you the story. So today, before I wanted to come to the live, I wanted to have food, but if by the time I would cook the food, the driver will arrive and then I will not be on time here. And so I thought, okay, I will order some food, and I don't like them to bring to me because the restaurant is downstairs. So I decided to go. Now I ordered a very beautiful pink dress. It's a luxury, beautiful dress, pink dress with beautiful flowers on it. It's so beautiful. So it just arrived. I opened the package, I steamed it, I wore it, I put my heels, I'm not joking. And I come out from my building and the restaurant is downstairs. I just said what I want, I ordered the food, and I went upstairs. I ate the food where I was listening to some video, and then I did my makeup and I came to see you. But I went, in those 5 seconds that I went downstairs, I was wearing dress, I was wearing heels, my hair were open, and I was feminine. I had my lipstick on, and I put my perfume. I did not even think about it. It was running in my blood. I want you to get to that state of discipline where you being feminine is not only a normal thing, but you do not even think about it. That's why I can teach about it day and night, because it runs in my blood. It's embodied. I do not pretend. I do not sit in a certain way. I do not pretend to be someone who I'm not. And I can tell you, yes, you need to wear heels, but just tell me, show me your dress, and you can see that I'm wearing heels. Who are your favorite heel designers? Well, I have my own shoe collection with bows. I create shoes with bows, so you can order. But my favorite is, I love Armani. For some reason, they do very beautiful. And I try to not buy too many designer shoes that are designed by men, because they still do this, it looks too masculine. So I buy shoes that are with flowers, with bows, with like cute something, lace. I do not have one particular designer. I do love Valentino stud shoes, but because they are so mass production, because they're so well known, I used to have one pair, and I will tell you, women are correct. They're very comfortable. Hello, my dear, you look beautiful tonight. Love the color. Hello, my darling. Welcome to the live. Thank you for compliment. So yes, Valentino shoes are comfortable, but the studs, I always thought, so I had one pair, and you can see I had a long time in one of the pictures, and then I looked at it and I thought, yes, they're very comfortable, but there's one thing that bothered me about those shoes. And then I start thinking and analyzing, and then it actually dawned on me why I don't really like the shoes, because those studs actually represent aggression and hunting. And I do not believe as a woman I need to have aggression and fight and hunt and be like, because it's a stud. It's something sharp. It's not a flower, it's not a bow, it's not a dot, it's a stud. It's like when they used to shoot each other, that's how it looked to me. And that's when I realized, I was like, there is a reason why I never truly liked those shoes. They're very comfortable, I absolutely agree. But I never liked that, because even the studs are shining, it's a masculine energy. So it's a shoe for a woman with an extreme masculine energy, because Valentino, who is he? Is a man. So I suggest you, the best thing that I do, I try to, Calvin Klein does very beautiful shoes because it's plain black leather with a very high quality. Calvin Klein, Armani, Prada, they do absolutely what you want to buy from designer, absolutely plain, normal, the most classical and elegant style, where it's a black shoe, leather, pointy heel, pointy nose, and a traditional heel. Do not go more than 10 centimeters. 15 centimeters is not classy. It's for the women who dance in adult places. 4 centimeters is too small. You're not grandmother yet. So women do this mistake that they do not know what to buy because it's designer, I'm going to buy. No, you will never fool me. I love Louboutin. They have very beautiful shoes. I love any shoe that has a lot of crystals on top. That's feminine. Jimmy Choo does nice, elegant heels too. Yes, he does, but they're uncomfortable. I never had one pair that does not hurt me. For some reason, they're extremely beautiful. They're feminine. Even the heel can be very comfortable, but they hurt because you have to understand, Jimmy Choo shoes are piece of art. I have shoes in my closet that are just piece of art. I do not wear them. I just look at them. Do you recommend open toe? I do not wear a lot of open toe, maybe 1-2 times in a month, very, very rarely, because I actually consider that open toes, it's too private, okay? It's too private. Even in any of my pictures, look carefully, there is no picture of me that I'm wearing open toe. There is a reason for that. In my culture, toes are very intimate parts of the human being. And you have noticed that all women that stand on open toe shoes, you can see how their feet are struggling, screaming for help, blue, red. One nail is like one finger is on top of each other. So I do not recommend too many open toe shoes. They might be comfortable, but in general, if you look and analyze older times, women did not wear open toe shoes because it's too private. It's like opening your belly button. That's how open toe shoe looks like. And men, they lust after it, of course, but I do not suggest. I do not wear. I personally don't really like. I do not wear. And for me, they're not comfortable. And you get all the dust in your feet and the shoes are always dirty. No, thanks. I do not like personally, and in general, in feminine etiquette, they do not recommend open toe heels because you cannot wear them everywhere. Only when you're in your garden with like a summer dress. You cannot go open toe with any restaurant. Yes, I love a pointy toe heel. That's the most classy, and I love the heel picture. It's exactly the heels I'm wearing right now. And try to not have very round nose as well. Always pointy. That's the most classy. Now that I think about it, open toe shoes do get your toes dirty. LOL, yes. And you get specific marks in the shoe that you cannot erase because the dirt, it remains, multiple times. Then you see these lines that left, from the dirt. And it's not only about dirtiness and not being hygienic, but you have to understand that your feet are struggling more, because open toe heel actually have no protection. So your heels are actually under more pressure. People ask me, how do you walk so comfortably in the heels? I said, because I choose correct heels. That's why. But we will talk about heels more, not to worry. We will have a separate topic. So going back to women in older times, they knew that they need to put effort in themselves. Now, throughout the generations, now just in 50 years, even less, I would tell you, I remember when I was in school, when I was 18, 17, when I was in university, I remember how much effort girls put. I remember it. And it was not long time ago, you know, I'm not that old. I'm very young. And I remember that every time I will go to the university, we had a lot of girls, because I have a degree in Latvia, and in Latvia, it's one of the countries that is like 70% women. I would see beautiful girls, we're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-old. 18-year young, we need to say. The English grammar is completely wrong, and I will correct it. I will send a letter so they can correct this. So I will see all these girls, including me and the people in my university or in my school. I would see them all dressed up, all wearing heels. We are 16, we were wearing heels. I had flowers. I had a movement. We will come to university. I was making red nails. Next time I'd come, I was dictating rule in my university. You do not believe. I would come with the red nails. Next day, 5 girls with the red nails. I will sit in a lecture and I will put the cream. Next day, everyone has a cream. I will come with my thermostat with like a water inside, and I will have my tea while I'm listening to the lecture. Next day, everyone has their thermoses. It was like I was dictating the rule. Then I started wearing brown skirts. Everyone is wearing brown skirts. Like, you should see. And then I was buying these beautiful bows and I was putting them on my shoes. Everyone was doing it. So I was dictating the style, even when I was in university. You know, I was very young, like 18, I went to university, and I was dictating the style. Now, because of, you know, when you're born in 1995, 1996, watch those movies. Do you notice that there is girliness in women? Even if you watch just Friends, do you see that they're more feminine? Do you see that they are feminine? There is some essence of femininity. And then you watch like modern movies, women, crop tops, jeans, flat shoes, hair in a bun, less makeup, and talking like bro. Who is bro? I could never understand this sentence. Why you woman dare to open your mouth and say this kind of word? I find it offense. Say, sir, can I speak with you? Don't say, bro, can you open the door? How can you speak like this? It's so unclassy. Don't you think? Yes, that was me, but my family had a rule where we could not wear red nail polish until we became an adult. Yes, but you need to know that in older times, red nail polish, even when you were 15, you were wearing it, because it was the only color that was available. Red lipstick and red nail polish, it was the only one that they could generate, and it was expensive. I remember when I was a little baby, my mom wanted to buy red lipstick, and she waited for a couple of weeks for the person to come and deliver so she can choose, and then she can choose the stockings. We do not know how privileged we are now, that it's like, I ordered 20 things in Amazon, and the next day I'm like, I don't like this, let me see this color. We are so spoiled, we are so privileged, we have so many opportunities, and yet we look like we do not have homes, so we do not have mirrors in the house. And women had nothing. They needed to wait for weeks. I would like you to imagine this, that you're waiting for weeks to buy one mascara, one lipstick, one stocking. I want you to imagine women throughout the war, that they still wear their lipstick, still had their haircut done. Why? Because femininity is discipline. Beauty is discipline. It has nothing to do with your money, has nothing to do where you live, has nothing to do if the war is outside. Femininity, beauty equals strict, strong, solid, consistent discipline. If you want to be beautiful, if you want to start your womanhood journey, if you truly want to be a woman, you have to understand there are sacrifices that you need to make. Waking up early, you don't have to if you don't want to. I didn't wake up early today. If I finished live yesterday, 7 o'clock in the morning, how can I wake up early? I need to sleep, correct? So I have respect with my sleep regimen. I give myself rest, but when I woke up, I still did everything I needed to do. I still did my hair, I still did my makeup, I still steamed my dress. You know, I have multiple cleaners that come. I sleep, I don't even hear how they come because they have the key. And I have a code on the door. It's like a hotel. You put the code. So even if you have a key, but I don't give you access, you cannot come. So they put the code, I don't even hear. It gives you melody. If you do it correct, it gives you a nice song. If you don't give correct, it just like this. It's so funny. And I have a camera as well, but the reason I'm telling you is that they come, they clean, they do everything, their job, they do, and then I do my job as a woman. I do not expect my cleaner to be there 24 hours to steam my dress. When I was wearing this dress, it's a new dress, but I steamed it. I do not come outside from my house if I do not steam the dress. So can we make a rule that if we want to be beautiful, we are steaming our clothes? I saw a very beautiful woman, tall woman, hair done, makeup done, and her dress was silky dress. Like, you know when you take something and you do like this, and then you release after 1 hour? That's how her dress looked like. The dress was expensive, but because she didn't steam, her makeup, her hair, her nails, her height, everything went in a drain. Just because of this fact that she doesn't need to steam her dress. Why? It shows that she does not have discipline. A disciplined feminine woman, I will be late. I will be late 150 times, but I will steam my dress. Because part of being a woman is to be feminine. Part of being feminine is to be disciplined. That means when you wake up tomorrow, if you want more beauty, you have to make your bed. You do not sleep in a bed that is not made. That's part of femininity. Femininity needs a lot of control so she can be at rest. Why they say rest in your femininity? But excuse me, how can I rest in my femininity if I do not have a structure in my life? How? For example, I don't have this place to sit with you and talk to you. I can be as much feminine as I want. I can smile as much as I want. I can be as pretty as I want, but I don't have a place where to sit to talk to you. Do you see that the femininity does not work like that? Femininity needs the fundamental, like a fundament, where it's a structure. And a lot of times girls misunderstand this. They think that you need to be feminine, but you do not need to study, you do not need to clean, you do not need to organize things. You can be, not groomed. Femininity is hard work. We were in a car, and I remember it was my first date with a guy, and he was asking me, so what you do like during the day, like what keeps you busy? I said, you don't understand, I have like such a big job, like I have full-time job to look the way I look, to be who I am, to have this femininity. I said, you do not understand how much work I do. And he smiled, he said, yeah, I can see, I agree. It must be very difficult to be like you. Because it requires so much effort, so much time, so much energy to be feminine. Femininity nowadays, it's like gem, you need to look for it. 50 years ago, all women were feminine. It's so funny and it's so sad how we lost it. What makes you feminine? Can you share with me? I will read what you say. Now, regarding the beauty, what we understood, number one, is that it's discipline, all right? Beauty, femininity equals discipline. Now I want to talk about makeup. I want you to understand one core distinctive feature that it makes difference between both genders, that men do not wear makeup, normal straight men, and women. Women do wear makeup. Now, if you want to be in a higher society, if you want to have more in life, you have to wear makeup. Have to. It's not optional. Have you seen any actress in a movie? Have you seen any normal, beautiful woman? Have you seen any luxurious woman? Have you seen any high-class woman who is not wearing makeup? I love that. Thank you. Yes. Have you seen it? No. Have you seen me without makeup on a camera? That will never happen. That will never happen. I never went on a date without makeup. Men in LA wear makeup, unfortunately, yeah, because it's a different environment. I lived in LA. They're usually actors, so you're under camera, so men need to wear makeup. That's a bit different, but I know what you mean. It's a funny, nice comment. I like it. Thank you. So the big difference between men and women is this distinct difference that women need and must wear makeup. And I know it's so much easier when you do not need to wear makeup. When you roll from your bed, you fall on the street, on the floor, and then from the floor, you're crawling to the street. I know it's very easy to do. But if you want to be a woman, if you want to respect yourself, say, I disagree to live like this. Can we think about this logically? How many years do we actually have where we are young and we are beautiful? Can we think about it logically? Is that 100? No. First 10 years, we don't even remember, correct? Until we are in school, we cannot wear makeup, correct? So let's start, for example, 20 or 18. Then we know that around 40, our skin is different, correct? It's older. We are not as young in 50 as we are in 18. So I want you to understand one very big concept, that you have very limited time when you are beautiful. Of course, beauty, always you will be beautiful. You will always shine. Don't get me wrong. Even when I'm going to be 50, I'm still going to be beautiful. But the skin type, the amount of glow, the no wrinkles, we have a limited time. That is maximum 25 years. Maximum. So from 25 till 50. It's not even 50. We don't even have 25 years. Excuse me, 15 years. So how can you say, I'm not going to put makeup? Because all my life I need to wear makeup. And you know what's funny? My grandmother, when she was older, she was 50, 60, she was still wearing lipstick in the house. And no one needed to teach her. She just knew that I'm a woman, I need to wear lipstick. And she would say, don't go out without lipstick. I want you to go back to the origins of a woman. And even if you look at the Bible, and people misunderstand Bible and they don't understand, but there's a lot of truth when they talk about women. Woman was always beautiful in Bible. She was always covered. She was wearing fine fabrics. Did the tell me what you wanted to say. It didn't show the full message. In Bible, women are described as very beautiful. That's why their beauty was protected. That's why they were covered with the veils when they needed to get married. Woman was always beautiful. Through the ancient times, she was representation of beauty. And makeup is not something new. Look at Rome. Look at ancient Egypt. Makeup comes from there, before Christ. Do you understand how old is the makeup? So do not tell to people, and do not agree them to tell you that, oh, you don't need a makeup. You're beautiful like that. Yes, absolutely, you're gorgeous. There is nothing more valuable than you. Even if you stand naked, without dresses, without shoes, without makeup, without brushing your hair, you're going to be beautiful, you're going to be valuable, you are very, very much needed. But we are people, and we have eyes. So if I sit here with my robe, of course it's going to be a beautiful robe, but it's inappropriate, correct? If I sit here and there is no makeup, no nothing, no even mascara, no lipstick, nothing, it's inappropriate. You have to understand, when you want to become a woman, makeup is part of womanhood. Did your grandmother ever wear gray hair? I don't remember, because I lost my grandmother quite young, but from my experience, what I saw, I didn't see my mom with a gray hair. And in general, women that I knew in my relatives or someone, I didn't see gray hair. I actually did not know people have gray hair until I actually went to salon and people saying, oh, how come you don't have gray hair? I'm like, gray hair? What's that? So I'm very lucky. This is my hair color. And I will tell you, one of my friends, she started having gray hair because of the stress. I said, excuse me, but you're 36. Why you have gray hair? She said, oh, people have it at 16. I said, yeah, I understand, but you never had gray hair, and suddenly your hair is full with gray hair. And I said to her, let's make a prayer and let's completely reverse it. It took her 1 year, but she reversed it back. So she had a lot of gray hair. Now she reversed it back. Now she doesn't have gray hair growing. And it's because she eliminated stress. If you want to be actually a woman, you have to protect your femininity. The moment you allow stress in your life, you're going to lose hair, you're going to have gray hair, you're going to have wrinkles, you're going to have illnesses. Because femininity, remember, I mentioned it's expensive energy. You take my Rolls Royce and beat the Rolls Royce and put the bicycles on it and let low-class people sit on it and drink and smoke in it. What will be left from my Rolls Royce? Explain to me. The most luxurious car in the world will be ruined. Just because it's Rolls Royce, it doesn't mean that it has, the ultimate protection. It's still vulnerable. So you as a woman, you are Rolls Royce. That's why do not let your gray, your hair to be gray. The moment the gray hair comes, tomorrow I'm going to the salon. Color. People have invented color. And I tell you, whenever you're 40, 50, whatever the age is, when you're starting to have gray hair, even if you're 16, you have to color your hair. Part of femininity and makeup, if we're talking about it, by the way, makeup is not only face, but hair and nails is part of actually beauty. You have to color your gray hair. It's unacceptable in nowadays society to have gray hair. Why? And we have colors that have no ammonia, that are, I'm not talking about henna, but there's a special color, and men and women can use it. Has absolutely no chemicals. It uses ginger and apple, and it fully covers the gray hair. And Amazon has it. It's called black or brown, depending on your hair, shampoo, coloring shampoo. And it lasts you for around 2 weeks. And then when the gray hair grows, you can do it again. The Rolls Royce analogy is genius. Rolls Royce is my favorite baby, is my favorite car. I want to squeeze the car. I want to hug him. I don't know, there is some spirit in him. It's something so cute, so beautiful. And I heard this from one of my relatives. It's a man, and he is very wealthy, and he always had, his wife taking care of. 50 years they're married, and they have children, everything like this. And one of his friends had Rolls Royce. And he said, oh, I love that car, and I wish women can understand they're like that car. And that, when he was telling me, that clicked on me, that there's a reason why I actually like Rolls Royce, because it reminds me of me. So sometimes I tell when I walk, I feel like I am Rolls Royce and I'm just driving it. I feel that my body is Rolls Royce and I'm driving it. So if a low-class man is looking, I'm like, huh, hello? Don't look at me. I'm very protective of my energy, very. And I'm very, in that sense, you can call me as arrogant as you want. I do not wish to make eye contact with a low-class person. I do not wish, because he does not deserve me. My beauty is not for everyone to look and lust after. You cannot make eye contact with me. You cannot. So the same way is that if you have Rolls Royce, are you going to allow anyone to come and touch? Do not touch my car. And I have a few drivers and they have their own luxury cars, and I do not like even when people come and try to take pictures or try to look. I'm like, oh, can you drive faster? Can you turn here? Can you park here? I will tell them where to park so it's more hidden. So if I'm so protective of beautiful cars, why would I not protect myself? Femininity, beauty, ultimate discipline. That means I have to protect myself. You have to. That's part of discipline, protection, consistent protection. You become your own security guard. So I ordered once security. Hello, how do you understand this Bible verse? 1 Peter 3:3-4, which states, one moment, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine. It doesn't show more, but I know this verse where it says that you shouldn't adorn yourself. It's not about the jewelry and whatever you wear. This guy likes walking in here. Sir, do not walk here anymore. Yes, I understand this verse. Well, when I studied theology, we spoke about this, but there is a context for this verse. It's actually explaining that it not should be the only thing. It's not saying that shouldn't be it. It says that it's not the only thing that you should do, because it talks that the woman also needs to have a pure heart, that she needs to have, she needs to have fear towards God. It's like a respect towards God. So the Bible verse, this Bible verse, actually, if you read before it and a few chapters before, it has a context you need to look at. It's not saying that it's not about you wearing jewelry. It's not about that you shouldn't wear beautiful fabrics, but it's saying that should not be the only thing that you're doing. You should be beautiful. Don't forget that not only beauty, outwards beauty, but also internal beauty. And then it describes that you need to love God, you need to fear God, you need to have this, relationship with God. So that verse, try to read it in the correct context. It doesn't mean you should not be beautiful or taken care of. All women in Bible are very beautiful. They're described as very beautiful. That's why kings marry them. That's why very wealthy men marry them. That's why women changed the culture. Where there's a war, they stop it, because of the beauty. But understand that this Bible verse is trying to teach that women do not focus only on outward beauty. Focus also in your inward beauty. That's why, have you noticed in my videos, I very often say that you should not be only beautiful outside. Beauty outside is great, but you also need to have a beautiful heart. And I always say, if you want to have a successful man, you have only 2 ingredients. You need to be beautiful physically and beautiful inside. The wealthy man will be guaranteed for you. And this is a good verse, actually, because in nowadays society, what is happening? A lot of women are just doing plastic surgery. They're just applying the lipstick. They're just being very beautiful outwards, but they're empty. And they're not loyal, they're cheating, they're stealing, they're finessing men. So this verse is about those women that don't just be beautiful, but you are empty inside as a vase. So God is not saying don't be beautiful. He's saying don't be just beautiful from outside. Be also beautiful inside. So let's try and understand this. Does it make sense to you? If you have more question about it, let me know. I will answer more. Let me see what you're saying. It should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of the great worth in God's sight. Yeah. Oh, I didn't read it, but now I'm reading and I actually answered before I read. Because I know, verses of Bible. It's not my first time. That's exactly what it is. That not only focus on beauty outward, but look, exactly what it's saying, that it's inner beauty as well. And I agree, by the way, about this verse. Luxury isn't necessarily tangible. Luxury is actually an energy. It's a way of being. Sometimes it's expressed outwardly. However, it starts internally. Yes, of course, luxury is an energy. What do you think is right now? It's energy of me. You have physical luxury around me. What I'm wearing is luxury, but my words, my voice, my tone, my grace, my knowledge is ultimate luxury. So luxury comes in different forms, and we women need to understand that we want to be whole. The problem with women is that I just want a plastic surgery, I just want a lips, and I want to look beautiful, and I want a rich man. But you have forgotten that you are one whole being. You just described the material part of you. What about your spiritual? What about your emotions? What about your healing? What about your knowledge? What about your brain? What about your aspirations? And the same is this. Luxury people think only in the luxury places. Absolutely go to the most luxury place. Go to the most expensive place in a restaurant. But do not forget that luxury is you. As a human being, you're the most luxurious, especially if you're a woman, the most luxurious being in the world. That's why I always say that we need to beautify ourselves. I'm going to move to another side. If you walk again, you actually can hear me, Anyway, I just don't like, distraction. So what I want to tell you regarding the makeup, I want you to know one strict rule. We must wear makeup as beautiful women, but there is one more rule. Less. We're not Instagram models, and I do not suggest you to be. There's nothing actually beautiful in that. And we are not just for posing for pictures. Your makeup needs to be that I'm a human being and I live in a daily life. So I need to look as a normal human being when they look at me. I already mentioned this multiple times that I do not like blush. I think it looks funny. It looks like a person is a clown or has a rush or inflammation. And what I also suggest you is a little bit bronzer. And my key takeaway from all the videos that I've watched, highlighter. Highlighter. I can forget about anything in the world. I can put my mascara and lipstick, but I will never forget the highlighter. So to talk about makeup step by step, I want you to understand one thing. No matter what you're doing, thank you so much. I love the lights. I love the more lights, better. And I was thinking about it. I was like, it's too dark when I was moving. Thank you, God, for listening to my prayers, to always answering to me. Thank you for being my father, for providing, for giving everything to girls, that we can have a good time. A little bit dim. Yeah, that's fine. Not too much. Okay. Yeah, this is good? Okay. All right. So this is more romantic. But I like the lights. I don't want it off. Do you want it off? I don't want it off. No off. No. This is good. He's like, it's good? You want me to change? All right. This is good? How is it? Is it enough light? All right. So what I want you to know, if we analyze like step by step. First is the brows. Do not forget the brow gel, please. You can just style it, make sure that it's clean, but just the brow gel. Now, mascara. I want to tell you one secret, what my friend did. So I do not suggest you to laminate your brows. That I do not agree, but she did like a lift for the eyelashes. And it looks very beautiful now. Let me slightly move in here so he doesn't come. Oh, shall I go to that corner? 1 second. Hello everyone, I'm here. All right, this is better because I need to prepare one of the rooms. So I just don't like anyone in my video, to be honest. I'm very protective of these things. So you can walk now as much as you want. All right, I can see how the sun is coming slowly. So maybe later I can take you up outside. Do you want to see outside the skyscrapers? Later. Let me know. All right, so the makeup. What do you think about being a jealous woman? For example, asking my man to unfollow certain girls on Instagram. Haha. You're not a jealous woman, you just want your man for you. That's not called jealousy. That's called, it's like my territory. I want my man with me. And there's nothing wrong about him following someone, but as long as he doesn't communicate, doesn't put hearts, doesn't put these faces or eyes on them, like trolling faces. you cannot tell the man what to do, but you can say, this makes me uncomfortable that you have so many women that you follow, especially if they're half dressed, then there's a problem. You're not jealous, you're just normal, protective of your own territory. And women also like their men to be their men. And the best solution and the best comment I've ever actually said to my client when they were asking, I said, ask him, how would you feel if I follow men? You know, without shirts, bodybuilders, handsome millionaires, how would you feel? How would it make you feel? And oh yeah, I will not like it. And then you say, this is the same way I feel. So I love this side, so pretty. Shall we stay here? I love this side too. Let's stay here. It's so much more beauty in here. I love it. It's like the ambiance, everything, the colors is so luxurious, and I absolutely love the paintings. It gives so much, you know, like a windows to the world. I love it. It's very beautiful. We'll stay here. All right, so the makeup, the eyebrow gel, please, mascara, do not forget. And if you want, you can curl, it's a special procedure where they kind of curl your eyebrows, and they make it like it can stay for 1 month. My friend just did it, but do with a good person, like be careful where you go so they don't break it, so they don't fall off. And she did a procedure where they lifted the eyelashes. And now when she puts the mascara, it's like so distinct. My eyebrows and eyelashes are quite long, so thankfully I don't need to do anything. And I'm lucky, my bottom, I don't know if you can see, camera doesn't show, but my bottom is actually same length. So I'm very lucky. And Elizabeth Taylor as well, she had very beautiful, but her eyelashes, oh my God, so beautiful. She's a beautiful woman in general. And I love to watch these iconic women, and if you look, they're all wearing makeup. We have something to learn from them. So mascara, eyeliner is not obligatory, but you can do it. This is my own obligation, that's why I always put, but you don't have to. And eyeshadow, I do not suggest a lot of tones, I only suggest a little glitter. Do you see this little glitter, if you look carefully? There's like a little beautiful glitter. So I suggest very, very simple things. And I always mention as well in my last live that I take the bronzer and I put here a little bit. So it creates this beautiful, like a beautiful shade in the eye. Regarding the highlighter, a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the cheeks, under the eyebrows, a little bit on the chin. That's it, not too much. And I have a special glitter that you just press. It looks like a perfume, and it goes on your skin, on your hair, and it gives you this little sparkly, like a golden dust on the face. It's so beautiful. I suggest you to do that, especially for the evening. And the lipstick, I always suggest you to have a lip liner and then lipstick, because this is the way how the lipstick stays longer. And when I even eat, it doesn't travel. The lipstick doesn't travel and it stays longer. In general, throughout the generations, if you look at the time when Pamela Anderson was, she always had this distinct lip liner. But one advice I will give you, just please learn. She's a very fabulous woman, but there is one mistake that she was doing, that her eyeliner was brown and the shade of the lipstick was quite pink, pale, so it created very beautiful lips, but actually it's against the etiquette. So you see that my lip liner is just one little shade darker than a lipstick, but it should not be brown and then lipstick pink. That makes it very, very cheap. Very cheap. So if you want to look more expensive, a makeup tip, your lip liner needs to be one shade darker, not two, not three, and not completely different shade. Okay, learn this. This is a very important aspect of makeup. And I always suggest you to use a setting spray. I'm using now a couple of years, and it completely changed the structure of how I wear my makeup. And foundation, if you cannot buy anything designer, only one thing, then buy foundation designer. One time I went out with my friend and we were standing waiting for our table. And there was this girl who came, and she had like an older man with her. By older, I mean like 5 years older than her. I do not suggest you to have a very big gap, because that's weird and you will not have a long attraction, and people understand why you're with him. But it's a different topic, to not change the topic. So he was like maybe 30 and she was 25. He was taking her coat and everything, and my friend was looking at her, and I'm like, why are you staring at her? She's like, she has expensive makeup like you. I was like, how do you know? How do you know that it's expensive? She says, if you can see it, it just sits differently. It glows differently. It's the finish of the expensive makeup is completely different. And I 150% agree with her. If you want to look more expensive, if you want to learn how to be more beautiful as a woman, you have to start with a foundation that is expensive. Mine is Yves Saint Laurent. That's one I like. You can see I have a foundation right now. It's not too much, but I have. Do you see how it is matching with my skin? Do you see that it looks like my skin? And there is just have SPF as well, so it protects from the sun, UV lights, but it just blends. It's like a milk for my face. And one big decision I did that I want only designer makeup, and that's what I'm wearing. My mascara is Chanel. My lipstick is Chanel. My eyebrow gel, sorry for him to walk. My eyebrow gel is Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's the only one that I really like. There are more, but this is the one I like. And I don't buy anything else from her, but every single YouTube tutorial was saying Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. I was like, okay, you guys all talking about it, let me buy it. And I agree, it's great. What foundation do you use? Yves Saint Laurent, I use their foundation. The best foundation I have found. Some people also say Armani has very good foundation. I tried the Dior foundation, is good, but the Chanel foundation doesn't have SPF. That's why I didn't buy. Otherwise, I'm all for it. I love designer makeup. That's all I have. If you come to my vanity table and you sit down, you will see only Chanel, Dior, Saint Laurent. I do not have Maybelline. I don't have L'Oreal. I don't even know all those brands. Because I have one valuable life. I have one life. I have one Tetevic to take care of. Why can't I pay double? So instead of $20, pay $40 and buy her designer. You know, designer makeup is not expensive. That's what is on our mind, that, oh, designer makeup is expensive. $40, $50 is expensive. You spend that on a coffee in a week. So try to understand before you worry yourself to death, worry yourself to life. Do you like the brand of Sephora? Not really. I don't really like NARS or Sephora. I like only designer makeup. But Sephora, I think, is a shop where they sell designer things, no? I think it's just the name of the shop. I don't think Sephora has their own makeup line, do they? I'm just so not aware. I only know designer makeup. I have no idea about other makeup. I just don't know. In general, I don't want to buy any mass production things because I just don't like mass production. I don't use for shower gel. I don't use Dove or Nivea because it's mass production. Sephora has good brushes. That's it. Oh, brushes? Yeah, I don't mind, but I have my own brush collection. It's gold brushes, but Saint Laurent also has their own brushes. If Sephora has quality brushes, absolutely use it. And you can share with girls, you know, what exactly brush you use. But I have my own brushes, so I don't buy. But some girls, when my friends go to Sephora, they just buy different designer in Sephora. So it's like a name of the shop, you know. So, but I love only designer. What body wash do you recommend? I recommend organic body wash. I'm using with the lavender and vanilla. In Amazon, I put organic lavender and vanilla shower gel, and it gave me different options. I ordered 3 of them, and then I look at the ingredient, and I kept the most organic one. What concealer do you like? I like Dior concealer. I'm using it, that one. And I will suggest you to buy 3 different concealers. And you know, in Amazon, you can actually open and you can return. I don't suggest, I didn't return, I just kept. But you can even return when you just open, just don't put on your skin. Open the concealer, put on your hand or on a tissue, and then from the tissue, put on your eye. So the brush doesn't touch your eye. So you can actually return without it being used, but just see the concept. Or what I did before, I went to the shop and I asked them for testers. What do you think of using concealer on blemishes instead of full foundation? That's what I actually do. And it's an amazing question you ask. I wanted to actually tell you. If you have a blemish, the first thing that I do, for example, you have a pimple on your feminine days, that's natural, you sometimes can have. So imagine you have a pimple here. What I suggest you to do is to dry the pimple first, then put pseudo-cream. Pseudo-cream. That's like a nappy rash cream that helped me the most. If you have any like blemish, you just put pseudo-cream and you sleep with that. Or you dry it, so you wash your face first, then you dry it with a towel, put pseudo-cream a little bit, let it sink maybe 5-10 minutes, then take off pseudo-cream. After that, you put concealer. Imagine this is the place. You put the concealer and do not tap. You put the concealer and then you do something. The concealer soaks as much as it can. Again, you are still not tapping. After that, you put the foundation and then you tap together. So it means you seal the concealer with foundation. So concealer comes first, you wait for it, then you put the foundation, and only then you tap. This is the best effect that helps me. But it's an absolutely genius idea, and I do it. I do use concealer to cover the blemishes if I have, and after that I use foundation. Foundation is not supposed to cover your blemishes. Foundation is to create this milky, silky way of the tone. It's not for blemish control. But my concealer covers blemishes as well. My foundation covers blemishes as well. And I would suggest you the biggest thing to do within regards of makeup before we move on to the next subject is to go one time to, you can go to Saint Laurent, L'Oreal, sorry, not L'Oreal, Chanel or Dior, and say, can I have a consultation, 10 minutes? Can you tell me about the brows? Can you tell me what foundation? Can you give me different testers of concealer? And they will spend time with you for free to consult you. What smell of perfume do you like or recommend? I'm on my 20s. 20s, not too heavy, but also not like a candy-like. I really like Yves Saint Laurent Intense. It's called Libre. It came, I think, 2 years ago on Christmas. It's one of the best smells they have. It's very distinct. It's very beautiful, intense. It lasts you all day. So I would suggest you to try that. And I would suggest you to not be afraid of experimenting to mix the flavors. I have, for example, oud collection, and I also sell the ouds, and I mix the oud with a perfume. So, for example, I take the one that I tell you, Intense, Libre. I just squeeze it on my neck. I do not brush, I do not touch. I let it go. You're not supposed to touch the perfume. You spray it, and then it has its own intimate part where he sinks in your skin. You do not press. The moment you do something with the perfume, you're breaking the consistency of the chemicals, of the different ingredients, and you're actually breaking the smell. You're changing the smell. So when you squeeze the perfume, you do not do this. You do not touch, you do not rub. What are your thoughts on half up, half down hairstyle? I don't mind, as long as it's classy. I love the pimple trick. I meant only concealer or uneven skin with no foundation on all the face. Concealer all on the face, I do not suggest, because concealer is drying effect. So you will look older than you are, and concealer whitens you immensely. So just to use concealer instead of foundation, I do not suggest. Do not do that. It's not going to be classy. Even if it matches your skin tone too much, I would not suggest you to do that. Try to mix. Only concealer as a foundation, it's against the etiquette actually. About the perfume, I want to finish. So we do not scrub it, we do not move it. We just press and we let it sink. And we try to put here, exactly where your this is called. Here on the back we have hair as well. It's very small, but it's in here. We press not on the hair because it still has alcohol. It will dry your hair. You put the perfume right here, where it's under your ears and where the hairs start. That's where it locks the most. Then I put here, and then I put here. Some women say as well between here, like the chest part. I don't suggest because it can just stain the dress. And what I do when I have oud, I just go a little bit further, not here, and I just put the oud like this. They show this how Arab men do like 10 minutes. I need to try designer foundation. I don't like how foundation looks on me. I was exactly like this. I bought number 7 foundation. It was like my first foundation that I ever bought because my friend recommended. So I went to visit her when I was living. I used to live in Ireland, and I went to visit my friend there. And she had number 7 foundation, so she recommended me. I went to number 7. It's a very normal, affordable brand. This was many years ago. I bought their foundation, and I love the effect of foundation. I just really liked how it makes my skin look. And then I started dating a man, and he said to me, "What gift do you want for a first date?" Because I said I want a gift for the first date, and I want flowers. And I said I would like to go to Saint Laurent, because I wanted to go to that shop. When I went there, I had a time with this girl, so I arrived before him, so I can choose what gift I want. And I spent a lot of time, around 30 minutes. She was showing me what they have, and she said, "Have you considered to have our foundation? Your foundation is good. It looks nice to you for you, but I suggest you to have, if you can buy one item, I suggest you to change your foundation." And I was open. I'm a very open woman. Like, I allow people to help me. I said, okay, let me try. So what she did, she removed the foundation that I had here, just in here, not full face because I'm going on a date. And she put the foundation that she had. And I absolutely loved it. I said, can I just tap more? So I tapped the Saint Laurent foundation on top of my foundation. Then I added a little bit more the highlighter. I tried different things. And I remember that date that I was so focused to look in myself in the mirror, how good that foundation looked. So since then, that's what I used. And he bought me that foundation. He bought me the nail polish, the red nail polish from Saint Laurent. He bought me mascara from Saint Laurent. So I remember the day. And he bought me a palette where you have like an eyeshadow. That was my gift. And of course, a perfume. And of course, he bought me flowers, and he bought me chocolate, and he bought me a teddy bear. That was my first date with this man. I never knew him before. So I do not want to hear excuses that men don't give gifts. They do if you demand, if you ask in a feminine way, and if you know your value and your price. And your price is priceless. So actually, I'm so thankful to this day to this man. I don't even remember his name, but I remember he changed my life. What kind of perfume mixes best with an oud? Oud mixes with everything. Oud is always going to be dominant. So you do not need to even question any perfume that you have. Take your perfume and mix with the oud. But your perfume, oud needs to be first, because oud is overwhelming. So you put the oud first, then you put your perfume second. Do you use setting powder? Sometimes. And I use primer, you know? I'm not very good with the powders after. So now, for example, I do not have a setting powder. In general, in my videos, I do not have setting powder because I just feel that it dries the skin more. It makes you look older. So one thing that I do not do that a lot of people do, I do not wear blush, and I do not use setting powder after, you know, when you need to kind of matte your face. I do not like matte. I do not like this dryness. I like highlighter. My last thing is advice, highlighter. I'm going to buy it. You convinced me. I need something that looks good. Mr. YSL needs, what did you say? YSL needs to pay you, right? Right. So one time I went for a consultation, and the girl was doing my makeup. It took around 1 hour. And she said, you need to work for us. You'll be such a beautiful face for YSL. I was like, yeah, you know? Yes, but I always say good things because I use them for years, you know, years. It has been so long that I don't even remember. And that's my number one, like a designer makeup. And there is a reason. I just love how it looks. I feel like I get oily if I don't use setting powder. Yes, it depends on your skin. For example, I do not have that problem, but my friend is exactly the same. She says if I do not use, I feel like it's her skin is shining too much, so she needs setting powder. So some people do need. So if you feel that it's too oily, that you're shining on the pictures, you have to. But you can see how natural it looks. I do not need a setting powder. So setting powder I don't put because it ages you quicker, because it's dry. It basically brings dryness in your skin, so you're not shining too much. But I don't need that dryness. My skin is very, very healthy. So some girls, including one of my best friends, she needs setting powder. Otherwise, she's shining like it's olive oil on her face. So if you need your, you know your face type, then of course use, but not too much. Try to not do everything too much. Makeup as less as you can. I can do a lot of things, but you can see how classy I keep it. Simple, beautiful eyeliner, simple, beautiful mascara, simple, beautiful lips. You see, I'm not a Christmas tree. I'm a woman. So try to put less. And if you think that, let me put 3 different colors for the eyeshadow, say no, only one. Just try to limit yourself. Less. And I will tell you the biggest secret of makeup. If you want to actually use makeup and look younger, use less makeup. No contouring, no baking, no flashy red, how you call it, blush. No 3 different colors of the eyeshadow. No different glitter on the face, stones on the forehead. Please, you are not a Christmas tree. You are an elegant, classy lady. Watch how they dress. Look at the wives of the presidents. Look at the wives of the diplomats. Look at the aristocratic women. They have natural faces. The moment you look like a clown, they know you don't belong. In a high society, they don't do that. Have you ever seen me with the purple lips? No, I don't do that. Natural colors. You will not even see me with the bright pink lips because that also is not correct. Is the name YSL All Hours Foundation? Yeah. And they have 2 different versions. One is like more liquidy and one is matte. So I suggest you, one is like just like a glass and you can see the color of the foundation, and one is black, like the cover. I suggest you to go to them, actually sit and say, can I try? Can you find my shade? Because they are trained to do that. And say, can I try both? Can I have the liquid? Can I have the matte? Can I see this? And you will feel, because I did all. They tested everything on me until I chose the one I want. My bottle it's a glass bottle. You can see color of my foundation, and it has a gold lid. The reason, and one very big reason why I like YSL, is because the whole makeup line is in a gold luxury packaging. And Chanel is just black with Chanel. Dior is gray usually, but there is no one that does makeup as beautiful as what I sell. If you look at my vanity, it's just gold. It's so beautiful. The lipsticks are gold. The mascara is gold. The eyeshadow palette is gold. It's so beautiful. They have really beautiful makeup. Like, I really like. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. I love the price. It's very affordable. Can you please go over the order you put your makeup on it? Can you repeat what you mean? Tell you again the steps or the makeup that I order from them? What would you like me to tell you? Could you please specify? So this is about the makeup. Less, not exaggerating, not becoming a Christmas tree, and that makeup is part of our routine. And last thing I want to talk about diet, because this is part of beauty, is that try to understand the diet. In older times, it meant steps, please. Excuses the typo. Oh, the steps. Sure. Okay. Before I move to the diet, let me tell you again one more time. Let's summarize the girls if you need to write down. First of all, we do our brows. We learn how to do our brows and we use brow gel. Brow gel needs to be clear because any brow gel that has pigment is going to look funny and bulky. Clear brow gel. I use Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. Second, what we want to do is just add a little shimmer, and you can add bronzer or you can add a little bit brown eyeshadow. Not too many colors, not different shades, just a little, either shimmer or a little bit brown. That's the only shade that fits on suits every woman. And we do the mascara, we do the eyeliner, classy eyeliner, okay? Eyeliner means that we do not go until here. Classy eyeliner means that we finish here, before the brows. Then we do a highlighter a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the cheeks, a little bit under the eyebrow, and a little bit on the chin. Classy way. And we have an actual highlighter. If you Google, you show highlighter brush. There's a specific brush for the highlighter. And the bronzer, only here. I put sometimes bronzer a little bit under the nose. You can do on the sides of the nose. You can put here if you have a double chin. And the best way how to lose double chin is actually to drink more water and just walk. The double chin will disappear by itself. And you can do exercises like this, you know, or you can take a towel, just scroll down the towel and do like this movement with a towel. It doesn't hurt actually. There's a video you can watch how people get rid of double chin. So the bronzer here, yes, and sometimes bronzer you can add here as well. It adds dimension, but I try to illuminate the steps. So for my bronzer is only here, and very little amount, not too much. You can see how natural it is. And regarding the lipstick, we always have a lip liner and then lipstick to prevent lips going away, and we do not go too distinct. We do not put brown with the pink. We have red lips, it means red, one shade darker, and then the lipstick, one shade lighter. That's all we do. And setting spray in the end. Close your eyes, set a little bit away from you. This is a good distance. Don't go too much because it will go on your hair and on dress. So just setting spray, 2 rounds I do, and then I leave it. That's all. And concealer, of course, under your eyes. That's absolutely normal. You can do it. And you can cover blemish with concealer. Any questions about the makeup? Let me know if I missed anything, if you have any questions. Now let's talk about the diet. What I mentioned, diet is not only what you eat. Diet actually means what you are not allowed to eat. Now, in older times, diet meant, the meaning of the word diet meant eating healthy. Nowadays, diet means that you're struggling, that you're not allowing yourself. It's actually not what diet means. The true explanation of it, it means that you take care of what you eat, you take care of exactly what ingredients you use, and you have your own plan. That means you do not overstep it, you do not change it, you do not move it around. There is a specific structure, and you follow the structure. Now let's talk a little bit more in a step by step with what it is. What we want to focus first, 1 second, girls. Excuse me, everyone, I'm back. Needed to check something. Any questions while I left? Let me see. Anything that you need me to answer? Everything is good, yes. All right, great. Let's continue. So regarding the diet. So it's not what you only eat, but also what you are not allowed to eat. So for example, different, I would say, all processed food, all the fizzy drinks, all the pizzas, all the wheat, please stop this. Because if you want to be womanly, if you want to be feminine, if you want to be beautiful, you cannot eat those things. It will always harm your skin. It will always harm your complexion. Now, what I want you to understand, for me, people were asking about my diet, and I mentioned that I don't really eat meat so much, maybe, once, twice a week. And same is with the fish. They say that you should not eat meat or fish more than 3 times a week. That means that you need to have breaks between those days that you eat those things. And focus on a lot of vegetables, like raw vegetables, not cooked, not fried, but grilled, raw, washed, fresh, and a lot of fruits, a lot of berries. There are diets that only say you need to only eat meat. They say you diets that only need to eat vegetables. I agree that you need to everything. You eat eggs, I drink my milk if I need, but not too much. Don't you eat in between? What do you eat in between? In between, vegetables. So, example, Monday you're eating meat, Tuesday you're eating vegetables. Wednesday you're eating fish, Thursday you're eating again vegetables or soup. I eat fish. What should I eat in between the days? Vegetables. Vegetables, different stews with vegetables, soups with vegetables, different salads, different berries, watermelon. You need to find things that fulfill you. Before I eat, usually, okay, she says, before I eat, usually I always cut different vegetables. So I cut carrots, broccolis, tomatoes, and cucumber. And I literally nibble before I eat. My eggs get cooked or salmon gets cooked. I eat vegetables, raw vegetables, and that actually fulfills me. And one more secret that I will tell you, I stopped eating wheat. I read a book, Wheat Belly, and it completely changed my life. Wow, good to know. I was eating salmon almost every night. Haha, it's not good for you. Because fish is not as clean as it used to. And fish is actually considered more dangerous than meat. Because it's in the ocean, at least the meat is in the ground, the animals are walking in the ground. Oh, we need to soon to finish the live because the battery is low, but I will try to make it quicker. So diet, please understand, diet means eating healthy, and diet means that there are certain things that I eat, but I also have a list of the things that I do not eat. So it's a very interesting terminology. Little side questions. Do you have advice how to not make the hair? 1 second. Do you have advice how to not make the hair flat when you straighten it? Yes, of course I have advice. That means that actually when you dry your hair, you blow dry your hair, you blow dry here, so you stretch the root, okay? So imagine this is blow drying. You blow dry the top, and when you straighten, you do not touch this top. So for example, if I need to straighten, I do not straighten from here. Never in my life. I blow dry, and I do like this. So I straighten the root. After that, with a straightener, I start somewhere here. I do not straighten from here. That's when the flatness comes. And then you can do this, you can do this movement. You see, it kind of goes a little bit up. And try to not straighten every day. If you straighten one day, just make sure that you sleep with the hair up. Like you do this, you put hair up. So next day, it is still straight. When you sleep, it gets kind of broken. Do not straighten every day. Do not straighten the roots, and do not brush too much during the day. It creates more oiliness and the hair becomes flat. And what I suggest you to do is to buy actually shampoos that are for volume. That has changed my life. And usually it's coffee shampoos, coconut shampoos. They're usually for volume. That's the best thing I would suggest you to do. Now regarding the diet, I want you to create a list where you eliminate fizzy drinks, when you eliminate going out and eating different takeaways that are usually with the oil, eliminate a lot of fried food, eliminate popcorn, eliminate a lot of milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is extremely dangerous, it's not good for you. Dark chocolate, yes. And eliminate things that are, dangerous. So if you know that fizzy drink is dangerous for your health, do not buy it. It's better to drink simple water. And one thing about the diet I want to mention, do not forget about chamomile tea. I always tell to you every evening 1 cup of chamomile tea. Try please to drink it. I never thought about not straightening the root. Thank you. Yes, because no one teaches this. You know, I wish I can just have 24-hour available channel where I can teach everything I know before I leave this planet. And it just, you know, I'm surprised how we are women and we know everything in a world. We know how to create ships. We are engineers. We are mothers. We are creating buildings. We are having jobs and businesses, and we do not know simple things because no one teaches this us. And I think that, you know, I need to open a girl for school. Would you like to join? Where I can create more ladies. That's my dream. I would like to open the school where I can create to teach the ladies, you know, to be more feminine. That's my personal advice and dream. Now with the diet also, I want to tell you that diet is also exercise. So I'm of course eating very healthy and very clean, and as I mentioned, less meat, more vegetables, eggs is nothing wrong with that, and completely eliminating the wheat. So it means every product that has the gluten, every product that has the wheat, every different way of pasta, cookies, pizza, bread, I do not touch, I do not eat. The moment I eliminate it, my weight went right away down. I love the cute flowers. You could open a school for etiquette and well-being. That's a wonderful idea. That's exactly what I wanted, etiquette school for ladies and gentlemen. I stopped fizzy drinks 2 years ago. My skin got so much better. Absolutely amazing news. Well done. Yes, I don't eat wheat, only quinoa. Yes, in a salad, that's all right, but also don't over-stimulate with that. It's also because it's still very high carb. But it's a healthy option. Wheat, the best thing that I did, and I was reading The Wheat Belly, the book. It's written by the doctor. He has his own YouTube channel. He has been in national TV screaming and talking and saying we are not supposed to eat wheat. That's for animals. Those are the crops for animals. He's saying that these are the toxic parts of the grass. The wheat is a toxic part of the grass that the human body cannot possibly consume. And we are eating bread and pizza and cookies and pasta every single day, and rice. Try to eliminate that. My skin improved, my vision has been very sharp, but now I see like over the bridge. I'm like, look at that Porsche. He's like, you can see that? I'm like, yeah, I know, this is like 1992. Like I can tell the year of the edition of the car by the opposite side of the bridge. Sorry, not 1992, 202, the year of edition of the car, because the vision is so sharp. I sleep better, I feel better, my voice is cleaner, you know, I walk better, I do not have, you know, any problems with the stomach, I do not have any pain, I do not have any pain in the joints. And wheat, it breaks your teeth. You remember I was going to my dentist and I said, what's the problem where we are all going to the dentist? Because, you know, when we were like an ancient human being, we did not have dentists, and we had very strong teeth, and we were eating nuts. And she said it's because of the wheat. Wheat completely breaks the teeth down. And when I start eating wheat, like I don't know when was the last time, of course I go to the checkups, but I do not have any problems with teeth anymore. These are my natural teeth. I do not have any problems. Eliminating wheat, I just wanted to mention this about diet, forget about any advice, just remove wheat, eat more vegetables, really eat vegetables. Like create yourself a plate of vegetables before you cook your meal. Wow. Yes, it's a really interesting idea, really interesting concept. And so chamomile tea, just make that yourself. Or if you don't like the chamomile tea taste, ginger tea, lemon tea, mint tea, fresh mint tea, herbal teas, no coffee, no alcohol, no black tea, please. Now we spoke about beauty, we spoke about femininity, we spoke about makeup, we spoke about diet. That was our big first chapter. Are you ready to move to the second chapter? Let's talk about the second chapter. I will just mention quickly because the live will not save if I talk more than 5 minutes, so I will tell you very quickly. And we spoke about heels. I'm very happy. So with regard the heels, we learned that you need to have thinner heel. The nose of the heel, the shoe needs to be pointy. That's very important. Try to not have a round shoe, around like a point of the shoe. And less open toe heel, please. If you're wearing any shoes, wear stockings or tights. This is a part of the feminine woman etiquette. The shoes always need to be groomed and clean. If you had a rainy day, you need to clean before you wear them again. Shoes, best is to store not in the boxes because they smell and they actually feel worse and they feel suffocated. Leather especially likes to breathe. So with the heels, you want to store them separate in an open place. It could be special drawer that has some ventilation on the back. Heels always need to be cleaned. The moment the heel is broken, please fix it. Do not walk and click, you know, with when there is no heel, it's actually very dangerous for your spine, and you can, you know, you can fall because there is no protection. And also the heel, let's talk about the size. If you want kitten heels, 4 to 8 centimeters is good. The best is 8 to 10 centimeters. My heels, majority of them are around 8 to 10. 12 and up, it looks a little bit cheap, and usually women in adult industries wear these giant heels because it's unnatural, and a classy woman in a daily life, she cannot walk with them. So heels, standard, normal size, not too high, not too big. And the best advice, pointy noise, please. And understand one rule: either you're wearing same color, so red dress, red shoes, or if I have red dress, means I need to go higher with that tone. That means black shoes. But it cannot be red dress, white shoes. All right, try to understand this. Either same color or tone darker. That's the best advice about the heels. And one more thing about heels I want to mention: do not be afraid to wear heels. I don't care how people look at me, I don't care what they think about me. I'm a woman. I have 15-20 years of beauty, of usefulness, of you know, everything that I can do. I'm going to wear heels now. What, wear heels when I'm 80? Maybe I will not be able to. But heels actually is good for your spine. People say it's not good. I never in my life, I live in this world for completely many years now, and never in my life I had a problem with my spine. Instead, actually it helps me to hold my spine correct. 100% yes. Yes, and it helps me to actually have the posture, helps me to move my hips in a certain way. Half femininity. I cannot wear a dress without heels. I cannot. I refuse to wear a dress with a flat. I never do that. The only time with the flats, I'm in a sports. I'm exercising, I'm in a gym, I'm swimming. That's the only time. I cannot live my life without heels. I made this decision a long time ago, and I said, no matter, I'm going to the post office, I'm going to shopping mall, I'm going to meet my man, I'm going with my girlfriends, I'm going to sit in a hotel, I'm going out on my own in a restaurant, I have to have heels. Maybe today it's my last day, and the car will come, and I will become an angel, but at least I was wearing heels, and at least I was wearing a dress. You will never see me with trousers. You will never see me with the crop tops. You will never see me with jeans. You will never see me with flats. I rebuke that. I'm a woman. I deserve to live my womanly lifestyle. Can I please live as a woman? Can I dress like a woman? And heels in ancient times, look at 1940s, 1950s, they all had kitten heels. At home even, at home. So why can't we wear it outside? Please, can I have rights to be a woman? So demand your rights and say, I need to wear heels. Of course, if you're at an office job, it doesn't require, maybe you can have kitten heel. But even when I was working in a corporate place, I was sitting next to the CEO offices, I was in a very high rank position. I wore heels every single day. And everyone admired. They said, how are you so feminine? And it opened doors for me. It gave me promotions. I meet men. I went to the luxury places. I was invited to events. Why? Because I was the woman in the company. So you think Christian Louboutin heels are only for evening, or you can wear them during the day as well? I wear them during the day because I have a driver or I don't walk too much. It's not only for evening. You can absolutely wear them. If they're black with a beautiful red back, you can wear them whenever you want. There is no, I wear even glittery shoes during the day, and the sun makes them shine even more. This is about the heels. If you have any specific questions, please as well ask. And I want to mention the last thing about the style. And I mentioned this in my other live when we were talking about femininity and, you know, womanhood in general. And I gave 3 like a sentence that helped girls, and they were emailing me that, you know, I'm doing it now and I'm having conversation with my wardrobe. And I said that when you go to your wardrobe, and if you want to look at your style and you want to change your wardrobe, I want you to ask, there are 3 distinct questions. First one, you take your clothes, you're making like a analysis of your wardrobe, and you are asking your clothes, are you feminine? Are you modest? And are you elegant? Feminine, modest, elegant. And of course you can add classy, but elegant and classy is kind of the same. Of course it's not the same word, but it's kind of answers your question. So ask, whenever you're wearing something, put your outfit and ask, are you feminine? So if you're wearing jeans with crop top, that's not feminine. So the game already lost. You say, are you modest? Crop top is not modest. The belly button is open, the shoulders are open, the dresses with the back open dresses, the V-cut mini dresses, that's not modest. Again, that dress lost the game. And you ask, are you elegant? Because there are a lot of beautiful dresses that are feminine, but they're absolutely not elegant. They're too short, they're too revealing, they're too transparent. So if you can learn to ask these questions, are you feminine? Are you modest? And are you elegant? You will have a feminine wardrobe. You will have a ladylike, beautiful wardrobe. You will actually be more womanly. All my dresses, if you look carefully, they answer yes with all these 3 questions. This is your winner. And I want to give you another homework. I want you to start decluttering your wardrobe. Fully start decluttering your wardrobe. I want you to take everything that you have from your wardrobe. That's why I want to talk about style completely separate in a separate chapter. I want you to remove everything from your closet and actually start making a big investigation. You leave the dresses, you leave the skirts, you leave the beautiful feminine tops. Please illuminate masculine clothing, baggy clothing, sweatpants, old things, anything that is broken, anything that is too used, anything that has stains that cannot be washed. Declutter your wardrobe. That's a number one homework about the style. Declutter your wardrobe. And the second homework task is, you know that there is a dress you want, there is a top you want, there is a specific clothing you want, but you're not buying it. I would like you to order that. I had I wanted this specific type of a dress, and I was not ordering. And I'm like, okay, let me order it. Tomorrow it's arriving. So whatever I'm teaching you, I'm also doing. I declutter my wardrobe, and I order what I'm missing, what I like, what I would like to change. So illuminate what you do not need. Let's have this cleanliness season when we're letting go of the old, and then put the dress, put a beautiful skirt, put a beautiful bow, beautiful belt, beautiful flowers, something that you need, something that will make you happy. I rather skip the dinner, not pay for the dinner, but buy the dress, because that will make me happy as a woman. And then lastly, what I want to mention about the style, do not follow the trends. Do not be like everyone is. Do not wear what every girl is telling you. Do not watch Instagram. Do not watch TikTok. Those girls do not know how to dress. And you have to understand, they need to be provocative. They need to be half naked so they can gain attention. Majority of the percentage, 75% and up, followers of the beautiful women accounts are men, because they lust over them when they're posing with their back in a bikini. Of course they're going to have a lot of followers, because intimacy sells. So please understand that your style can be different. Don't be afraid to be bold. I am different, I'm feminine, I'm a luxurious woman. And know that, okay, if I'm wearing that, Tativik somewhere in a other corner of the house world also is wearing it. I'm not alone. And femininity, you have rights. Any questions before I go? So to summarize, we spoke about beauty, femininity. For the day, wedges are nice to ride. I don't personally wear, but if they're comfortable, if they have a bow, if they're not too bulky, you can wear. But I personally don't wear. So yes, let's summarize. So we spoke about the first aspect is beauty and feminine discipline. We spoke about makeup, that it's you need to do less, but you have to have makeup. And we spoke about the diet, that we're eliminating wheat, we're eating more vegetables and drinking herbal teas, not alcohol, not black tea, not coffee. And second part, we discussed about the style, that we are not afraid to be bold. We ask the questions to our wardrobe. We ask, is this feminine? Is this modest? Is this actually elegant? And we withdraw everything and declutter the wardrobe, and we put the things that we're missing. And lastly, that we discuss about the heels, that it's a pointy nose, it's a beautiful smaller heel, and it's you can have also wear the kitten heel. I thank you everyone for joining our live. It was amazing to see you all. If you have any more questions, let me know, and the Luxury Woman program is ready for you to also purchase. And I cannot wait to see you in other lives. Someone says thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I send you blessings for the Easter, and I will see you very soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye.